of this tournament. So that is going to be 6 matches, should be about 3 hours approximately in length. And that does mean that that's going to give, it means I don't have to die over the course of the day, so I kind of like it. Other people are also probably going to like it, as it is going to be a little shorter. They got other stuff to do in their busy days, their busy schedules. We're going to be underway already. Those who have seen previous tournaments, we do have a number of returning teams, so teams that we have seen from the past, teams like Roller Coaster, S9. We're going to have others like the returning favorites. We have team players, our previous champions. We have SLG, the champions from the tournament before that as well. So a lot of people on the board, a lot of regulars that are making their return. It's just 20 teams. We have one lobby, and we are set and ready to go today. So there will be a pretty good number of contests, we do believe, out of the gate. There's going to be several going into Thermal Station as well, as we're going to try and just get everything up on the board and make sure that everyone is highlighted and enabled. You can see everybody, if I can remember all the buttons correctly. We'll see. But it does look like off the rip we are going to have a pretty good, I believe it's 3 teams here. Down here, nope, there's only 2. It is going to be the side of below average damage, and Forever are going to be the 2 teams that are over here fighting it out. So Forever, new, I want to say new team, but I believe Rowdy has been here before. Below average damage, definitely did a little more than below average damage in the previous iteration of this tournament in the Series 2. So these are going to be names that you know about, and ones that people have been around for. Does look like, yeah, we do have 2 crashes on the board.
Let's go this way.
Shit. All right. How are we gonna do this? Apologies that I'm trying to sort out everything here, but it does look like we have a team that we have 2 crashes in the lobby, and that is going to, I did not read that until after a kill has already happened, so I'm probably not going to restart this lobby.
Use this. Let's scan this area.
That, just trying to sort out everything that is going on as of right now, and it does look like Impotent is going to be taking fire. This is going to be Roller Coaster here off the rip. So Banana, Fallen, and Millie are going to be the first ones up, and that's going to be Impotent dropping 1. It's going to be the second here, as well as the shots will come through, and it's just kind of melee fight here at the end, but Roller Coaster is going to be the first team going down. Impotent is also going to go down. So that's going to be 2 teams dropping up here, as TWS, it looks like, is going to pick up all the spoils that did come out of that match. So they end up coming in with the late setup. I believe they rotated out of, well, I'm not sure. I think they did also land Climatizer on the contest, and they do pick up the spoils that are over there on the other side of the map. We're gonna have Wham Originals with only 2, as we did have a couple dropouts on the map. The next engagement is probably going to be here over towards Tree. It's going to be the team of Forever with 2 whites and a blue, and they're going to run straight into the opposing team here. This is going to be the side of X66, who does have 2 blues and a purple, so decent amount set up for them off the rip. There is going to be, if we look across the board, I mean, there's a good number of, I mean, Narp's running 2 defensive. There's a nice variation in the meta. I mean, the nice thing that we have about this running each month is that there's basically a different meta every time we show up for one of these. Is that teams are running different things. I mean, the very first time was the full, like, Gibby meta with a fair number of, I mean, actually, a lot of cryptos, honestly, surprisingly. We see a lot of cryptos in these for, I'm not exactly sure what exact reason. This is going to be, we will have the side of SLG running the fuse on World's Edge, as they have been well known to be doing so. They are currently taking fire from Fika Gaming Club. We're running Caustic Valkyrie and Seer. So one of the more, I guess, expected comps on a map, like World's Edge, as the shots are going to be coming through. The players are not going to end up dropping too much. They're just kind of farming some damage here for the time being. And that is going to be that. Across the board, everywhere else, we do not have too many other engagements as the first circle is beginning to close. We do have Wham Originals kind of just taking cover here. So the only ongoing engagement on the map as the teams are going to come through and loot. You can see Big Mod, Lava City, these teams are going to be moving. PB and M are going to drop out as well. They will be eliminated in 17th place. Roller Coaster did go out in 20th. So that right off the rip, we're going to see a few of these teams going down as it was PB and M in 18th and Impotent out in 19th. So you're going to see where a lot of these kills were going to stack up at the end of the day. We're going to see what else is happening or on the board. I mean, this is still just a long engagement. These guys are just going to be poking at each other for the time being on the other side forever again with X66 for the second time probably. This is currently going to be ongoing. Going to be working their way through the match. So we'll be backing up. And I mean, Fragment East, I mean, this was Fragment West completely unoccupied. It was Fragment East, I believe, that was picked up. It's going to be TWS is going to be here. So is Final Countdown. And there should be one more squad. No, never mind. It's Dark Navigator as a solo right now. He's just kind of taking cover and trying to play the edge of the circle. There's going to be some cutoff locations here. Final Countdown is actually very nicely set up with their shields. And I don't believe there's a Vantage in the lobby. Vantage does not seem to be a pretty popular pick whatsoever on World's Edge. So there's going to be none of that figuring out where these guys are like that early. There's going to be some shots here coming in from Final Countdown on towards, well, the ulting Valk. And the Valk is going to get out. But somebody did end up getting left behind, I believe. And that is going to be G-Man, who I think ended up taking shots on his way to that ultimate. Didn't end up joining his teammates, so he is going to be out. And the circle is going to be closing in now very heavily on towards Thermal Station. These guys, below average damage, does not need to move a muscle, it seems like. And meanwhile, on the other side, these guys are still going. Fika and SLG have been fighting it out for probably the better part of the last couple minutes, at least. I mean, they're making all the noise in the world. I don't think anyone really wants to go over there. Teams are well aware that SLG was the team that landed there. SLG is one of the more, I say, heavy forces you have in this tournament. Especially, they're always in contention. Team players, your previous winners as well. Another team that people would rather avoid if possible. As we're going to hop on board with them. They are actually, they've been spotted from up above. So a team does know, I believe that was Pexflex. They do know these guys are down here. And they are aware. They have the Seer. They are seeing exactly where these guys are, and yeah, the shots are going to ring out. The team players also aware that these guys are up here, but they do have the high ground advantage that you have to worry about, so that is going to be a bit of a stalemate for the time being as the two Seers sort of stare at each other. On the other side, we're going to have Sim Squad, another team that puts up impressive numbers over the course of our tournaments, working their way towards the outside. They will be in the ring for the time being. So they are going to have a fair amount to go. And finally, it does look like the fight is going to be breaking out here. Fika Gaming Club is going to get into it with SLG. As you can see, Philly is going to be down. They're very low on shields here as they're going to walk out here. It's going to be one player down from SLG, and the second is going to fall from Fika as well. It's all going to be on Tortured Cobra coming in from the back. He's able to get the crack, but he's going to have to throw that ultimate down, and there's two players still alive from SLG, and they are going to fall. So that will be Fika dropping out in 17th position. On the other side, we do have a fight between MEI as well as Pexflex going back and forth here inside of the double Seer ultimate. As Pexflex not fully willing to engage on this, it seems like, as they're going to put some shots in, try to back up a little bit here. You can see Mr. Bulldog's off to the side with the Prowler in hand. Prowler, one of the nicer, honestly, I very much enjoy the Prowler. I know a lot of people kind of particular about the burst fire weapons in this game. But it has eventually ended up to be quite nice. As Bulldogs is going to get out of there. Going to dodge away. You can see the players are coming in. You're going to see Sim Squad is going to be Valculting in here towards this back area. There's going to be the side of Wham Originals. I don't know if they got spotted back here, but they should know that Sim Squad is in this area. Coming in on the edge as well. It's going to be S9 walking in. I think Humble... Oh, Humble was able to actually revive his teammate, but unfortunately they are going to get spotted. This should be probably both of them going down. As yeah, Jeff is going to eat a lot of damage here. They're going to throw out the bubble, throw out the ult, and just run for their lives here as S9 is in hot pursuit. They're going to have to wait for this ultimate, though, so that might mean that Pepper 2 will get away with their lives. Meanwhile, in the southwest corner, we do have a number of teams here. You're going to see Final Countdown is here. Sim Squad is here. You're going to have, who else is here? PvP is also here. So a lot of teams down in this corner, ready and really just preparing to go as the circle is going to begin closing in on them. As we're going to see, engagements coming in from the outside. As you're going to see the G7 is going to come through, and that is going to be a knock from Fire on towards... Narps has actually been eliminated as well, so, Fire's going to get one. He's going to pick that one up, so one man of Sim Squad is down. So they're going to just come charging through. That's actually a lifeline, so that's probably the first lifeline that we've seen in here in a while, as the last player is going to be the Valve. So the lifeline for just playing guard at the door. He's able to get the block. He's able to kind of stay alive here. So you're going to see Sim Squad is going to be fully taken down as Voster of Final Countdown is going to drop the first player, or the last remaining player, I believe it was the Valkyrie. You can see on the outside, you're going to have SLG coming in from the outside. You're going to have TWS. You're going to have X66 is working on this guy that I believe is respawning a teammate here. So at range, not able to pick up too much, as Nightbot decided it's not going to do anything for me. So that's a little bit awkward. Commands are not really working, so the standings, I guess I can just post upon request, I suppose. So I am now that person. The good news is our stream is actually looking a lot better too. The graphics card update definitely working out in the favor here, as the stream does not seem to be having any noticeable lag along as I'm running everything in the background. So this is good news. Definitely appreciating that fact, as I'm sure the rest of you are as well. You get a cleaner stream back home. As you're going to have below average damage, is now kind of set themselves up here up top thermal station. The new circle is going to move, so they are going to be forced to move at some point. Team players is out here. You can see MEI is also dealing, is really just setting up. As you can see, N64 aim assist. Dark Navigator is just kind of sitting out here on the edge, playing that edge game. So he's basically just going to be ratting it out for the duration of this game. You're going to see our squads are beginning to join up here. S9 is beginning to enter the game. Cleo has gone down, so they're going to be down 2 players here. They are going to spot one. They are going to know one's there, as the teammate has fallen considerable distance behind them, actually. So, they're just going to be working their way forward. The ult from Horizon is going to come through. N64 aim assist did end up getting found, so they are going to fall. So, S9 might be trying to go back, pick up a teammate, but this is going to be other teams are going to be walking their way in. X66 is going to be on their way. You can see SLG is going to be flying in now with that Valkyrie ultimate. They may have gotten the update about where players are. Team players is going to be taking some shots here, though. Dilemma is going to have to fall off, pick up some armor here. As you can see, Pexflex is trying to make their way in and basically just hunt these guys down. We have 13 squads still remaining as we're heading towards our next circle. So this is going to be circle 2, I believe, closing their way in. And I forgot to turn off the... where is it? How do I turn off the telemetry? Where's that? I'll find it eventually. I forgot where it is. Performance display. There we go. Okay, turn that off. All right. Sorry about that. We're getting there. You're going to have team players. This is going to be dropping down from above. They are going to be in this circle, though, and this is going to be, I believe, the side of Pexflex coming in from the outside. They're barely in there. They've been dealing with team players for the last little while as they sit up behind the rock. They're going to have to work on a reposition. They do have the Valkyrie ultimate as necessary, so they can choose one they want to. SLG is going to be putting some shots in their direction as this next circle is going to be closing. And if you're the side of Final Countdown, if you're PvP, if you are... I believe this is Forever. You are very happy with the current position. I mean, Forever has all the meds, all the shields on the ground that they could possibly want, basically, for the time being. So they're pretty happy with their situation. They're going to be putting in shots at range towards this engagement. That is going on. I believe that's the S9 crew that is going to be here trying to pick up their teammate, and they're not going to be able to succeed. They're going to end up losing to Wham Originals in the meantime has gotten out, and the TWS is going to drop right on top of S9, who had 2 players down. They are going to pick everything up. They're going to say thank you very much. We will take that, and we are going to move forward. In the meantime, we got team players up here up top dealing with Pexflex. They finally got in for an engagement. Pexflex going extremely low here across the board. As Bacon is going to go down, that will be them being eliminated. So Pexflex is going to exit the field in 9th place, and that is not what you want to do, as they you accidentally stick. I believe that was a teammate or something that happened there. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but Forever does end up accidentally dropping a nade right on top of a teammate. We're going to see on the outside, this will be Team X66 playing around with TWS on the board. Players are going to be working around the back. And this is going to be, well, a little bit of a kind of a slowed down engagement here. As you can see, players going all the way around the top. They are definitely trying to work their way around, but the circles that are incoming are not going to be in their favor. They are going to have to make a move at some point. Forever still putting in shots here. SLG is going to be inside. They are going to be set up here, waiting as the nades are going to fly in, so they're going to have to move here or get into the corner at least. They will end up getting picked off, and this does look like the side of Forever is trying to make a move. That's going to be a huge thermite grenade onto these players as they're going to put some nice shots through. I'm not sure if Forever is going to commit to this. They do seem a little reluctant to do so. You can see the players are going to be firing off. Forever is going to be continuing to put shots through. Rowdy will be in the back. On the other side of the board, we do have team players in engagement with X66. Players is actually going to go down on the outside as well. As you can see, a kind of a mess of engagements here. As you're going to see Pepper 2 Pizza trying to just stay alive here. They're trying to find that 1 kill, but they're not going to be able to do so. They will be eliminated. Below average damage is going to be the next step. Trying to stay alive in the container as the circle is closing on him. But there are going to be a number of players pointed in their direction, and they are probably not making it out of this. As you can see, Lucas is going to be very low on the edge. Down he will go. So below average damage is going to be out. We are down to 7 squads now left on the board. This player is going to be up top. Final countdown is now going to be down to 2 players as well. Voster and Craburn are going to be trying to stay alive here. As you can see, TWS are going to be the 2 players left up. G-Man has gone down fully, so they are going to be down 1 player. They are just kind of resetting, trying to get everything back up. You can see on the other side, PvP is going to be taking shots out here towards the side of MEI. But this will be a 2v2. It's actually, no, 2v3 as Final Countdown has picked up Plushie. So they are going to get that player back up and running. You're going to see the Final Countdown is going to be moving around the side. You're going to see Eddie and MEI are going to be now flying in towards the circle. TWS is going to be still down a player trying to make their way around the outside. They will have to deal now with the engagement. I'm not sure exactly who this is, but they will end up... Oh, that's MEI actually. Fire, I believe, is going to pick up that kill. You can see his players are going to be coming through here. It's going to be TWS trying to pick up engagement. That's going to be Illustrious going down. Trying to make it a second as well. As there's 3 teams here. It's going to be Forever. The 2 players bleeding out is just going to be Rowdy here in this corner trying to stay alive. MEI is going to be down as well. It's going to be Mysteries alive on the outside. He's going to be the only ones left. He's going to be trying to work his way through this. Shield is not going to be able to. He's going to have to walk outside into the shield, unfortunately, as well. And he's going to pick that up. So Forever will end up going down. There's going to be 2 players right around the corner here. Final Countdown is trying to deal with another. As we're going to our final circle here, and there is like 4 teams basically centered around this one building. Somehow Forever still has, or excuse me, Mysteries is still alive here on the outside. So we're going to have a lot of engagements here. As we're going to have TWS, we got Final Countdown, as well as the 1 player left from MEI all around this building. MEI is actually going to go down. X66 will go down as well. It's going to be Final Countdown versus TWS here on this building. Hyped is running extremely low. Zafy extremely low. Zafy is going to go down. We are down to 3 teams left. It's going to be PvP Well, it's going to be PvP, Final Countdown, and SLG are going to be our 3 teams currently alive. SLG is probably in the best shape, having not gone through an engagement in a bit of time. They're just been working their way in from the outside. PvP is a little bit stuck in this building for the time being, as they're going to be found out with the drone. I mean, they got to run through the zone at some point, and they're going to have to make a commitment for this, as they got to get around a corner. Final Countdown is busy looting themselves back up, fully red shields and everything. So they're going to be ready to go going into this next one. SLG, I believe, just spotted the side of Final Countdown, as all 3 teams have 3 players alive. PvP, though, with blue shield still, they did end up getting through the zone, but they are going to be spotted, and that is going to be not great news. Sushi's going to be sent extremely low here. SLG has got their guns directly set on him, really, as they know they're right around this corner. They're waiting for the Gibby bubble to go down, and then they're probably just going to go charging right through, depending on whether or not they want to commit to this, though, because they do know about the other team, as they're all going to be in this corner. That's going to be proximity going down, but Sledgehammer falls in the process. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Mori's trying to navigate the ult, though, that's coming through, and unfortunately it's a lot going down. They're going to be taking shots, though, from the side of not PvP, that's going to be Final Countdown from the outside here, as you do know that these players are out, and that's going to be basically just the third party. They're not going to be ready for this. That's going to be a knock on towards SLG. They're making it a second. SLG is going to go down. This will be PvP and a 2v3 now, as they do have 1 player on the ground, and the circle is moving. Final Countdown basically is theirs to lose at this point, given this current state. The shields, they have every advantage they could probably want, as yeah, that is going to be it. That is going to be Final Countdown taking the first match of the day, as they're going to pick that one up with a solid number of kills in the process, with 9 kills on the board. Final Countdown are your match 1 winners.
We have our Apex champions.
So congratulations, Voster, Crayburn, and Plushy are going to be the first winners. I want to say Final Countdown has won a match in every tournament series you ran so far. So they will continue that to the second match of this tournament. We are going to have, we're going to have the 2 teams landing up top towards Climatizer once again. Some N64 aim assist and TWS. N64 with their full squad this time, so you do know everyone is going to be there. Frag West, Frag East are going to be occupied. Survey Camp as well, as we're going to see, well, there was a contest, I believe, previously over towards Thermal Station, and now it's going to be staging as well, which I do believe was a known contest as well. Wham Original is going to be here along with TexFlex, so these 2 teams will have to deal with each other. Thermal Station is going to have the contest as expected originally, and Modern Lava City has actually been kind of left to the side of NARPS. So I do believe a team did transfer out of there. So right now, not too many early engagements, I do believe here. It's going to be forever below average damage. These guys know that each other are here. All the teams are aware of contests. So we are going to see a couple of them going down here. As you can see, below average damage. Duncan Deadlift's going to be putting in some shots from up top, knowing where these players are. And the teammates, that's going to be a scout in the hands of Care Bear as well. So forever does like they are going to evacuate. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of looting that they can really do elsewhere, as Thermal Station has been mainly occupied by the side of below average damage, but they will be forced out up top. You're going to see it's going to be N64 aim assist working around the outside here, as TWS is playing with that low, but is going to get the loot up early on. Over on the other side, we're going to have Pepper 2 Pizza is going to be working their way through trials, so they're going to get decently kitted up by the time they have to move in for these circles. And the circle is going to be headed its way over towards the empty west side. So another west circle for the side of these teams. I mean, if you're a team like TWS, like N64 aim assist, you got a long way to go, and you are probably not very excited about that. But there's not a whole lot they're able to do about that, and that is the unfortunate part. So they will simply have to deal with it, as we are going to be good. And there was no crashes this time. Everyone is in the game. We have all 60 players in the lobby, so hopefully it's going to stay that way for a while, and we'll be happy with that, to be honest. So I mean we're really just here for people to enjoy themselves, to be able to play a competitive match, to just have overall fun, and that is all I really want. So we're going to see how this ends up going for the time being. And I thought we just crashed. I was very scared for a moment, to be honest, but we didn't, so we're good. As you're going to see the players coming up on the board. Lava City, Big Mod. It's going to be Narps. It's going to be heading towards Geyser. That is going to be another open POI. As you're going to have the Fragment East team. That's going to be Final Countdown, making their way here towards the village as well. But this is going to be a very west-sided circle. Teams are going to have to navigate their way across the map, especially as the circle is already beginning to close in. So the Climatizer fight didn't happen this time. These teams are still up and alive. You can see Survey Camp is going to be Roller Coaster up top. These guys are going to be having to make their way through players, through the side of Pepper 2 Pizza. As for the teams that are currently in the circle, PB and M are probably in the best position here. They don't have to really see a whole lot of anybody as they're making their way over towards the beacon. This next fight will probably be between Forever and Below Average Damage. Again, a tale as old as time basically at this point between these two teams as they keep on running into each other here. Over on Thermal, but no one has gone down across the map. There's been basically 0 full engagements. No one's committed to anything. As you're going to see, Team PvP is going to be aware of these guys on the Crafter, though, and they're going to light them up. The guy on Crafter will almost go down. That is going to be Fika Gaming Club trying to make their way and just try to survive. So they're going to have to back away here. Try to stay alive. We're going to see where they end up going. They do know this team is in front of them. TVP is going to be looking in from the outside. Looking on in, actually. And there's going to be... Oh, no, never mind. This is just these... Yeah, Proximity is going to be off on the side here, playing away from his teammates. As you're going to see... Well, Sushi is going to be over here. Vensect as well. So both these teams working their way... As they will have to end up moving soon, though, unfortunately, because the circle is not going to be much in their favor. Meanwhile, we're going to have Impotent getting into an engagement with Wham Originals here. Wham probably not in the best state to take a fight at this range. They're going to just back away. They're going to take cover and just duck backwards. And meanwhile, this is going to be... Fika is going to be down 1 player. It'll be C Philly and Max still standing. The problem here, though, is that there is another squad coming in for the third party as well. They're going to detect the 3 enemies. And they're going to know these guys are here. The problem is that there is another squad coming in behind them. And they are probably not fully expecting that to be the case. As they're going to lose another, actually. And that is going to be a player coming out. So Fika is going to go down in 20th place. They will end up dropping out. But here comes X66 looking to take advantage, basically, of the engagement that just happened. As the Gibby is going to be in this corner. It's not going to be long for this world. And down he goes. So Canned Beans is going to give that 1 KP. They're going to back away. But they are not really... kitted up in terms of shields. They do not have a lot on the board as they're going to take that engagement. Canned Beans is going to have to back away as I believe PvP is going to be trying to pick up their teammate here as they're trying to see whether or not X66 is still going to commit to this fight. The answer is yes, they are still sticking around. They're going to try to pick up proximity here. As, yeah, I mean, X66 does not really have the shields that you would like to have in this situation, so they're going to basically just take this fight. They're going to lose 1 here, though, and they're going to try to get in the corner. They're going to get another one down. It's all going to be on Canned Beans all of a sudden. He doesn't have a lot of HP and is going to eat the Gibby ultimate, and it's going to knock him out. So down he goes, but unfortunately, PvP did not have the health after that fight to stay alive. They're going to drop as well. Players in Roller Coaster now are going to be at it up in the top. As we're going to see how this continues on here. As will be players working around the outside. They do look like they're basically just exiting the area, leaving I was gonna say leaving Roller Coaster behind, but no, that's not the case. Immediately Sabazity's gonna turn around and start taking the fight on towards those players there that are gonna be working their way towards the outside of Lava Fisher. There is going to be a team in here. It's going to be Pexflix as well. Players is going to be on one side, and you're going to have Pepper 2 Pizza on the other. So there is going to be a fair amount of fighting going on in this corner as we are getting ready for that next circle. As you can see, Savasti still, I mean, that's going to be the side of Roller Coaster. Is going to take the Valcult. They're going to be going over top. And this will be Sim Squad coming in. There's going to be a few teams in front of them here that they're going to be dealing with. So that's going to be a nice set of, I was going to say fuse grenades that are going to go off. Equinia is going to have to fall back. He's going to lose a lot of HP here, and they're still running that lifeline. So an interesting legend choice coming out of this squad. As you can see, Roller Coaster is also coming in towards this setup. It's going to be PB&M, who does have the lots and fences up. They're going to be set up here. MEI is also going to be here. So there's 4 squads in this very tight area. We're going to see, well, there's going to be the Seer coming through. The Watson ultimate will go out as well for that additional grenade takeout, as well as the shield bonus. As Sim Squad's kind of walking in on towards this across the board, you are going to see the Lava Fisher fight is beginning to break out. It's going to be Pexflex here trying to deal with the oncoming team players coming from the north. The problem is there is also a team coming from the south that they are going to have to deal with. So we're going to see whether or not they'll be able to spot these players who are currently over in the building. I'm going to see if Pexflex is being able to put some of that chip damage down. The answer is going to be yes. Players will have to deal with that. On the other side, we're going to have PB&M dealing with Roller Coaster here inside the buildings. They're very close to each other. You can see Fallen is going to be set up on this Seer. Full blue shields across the board. PB&M has 2 purples as well as the Watson fences. So this is not something that you would like to be pushing in as the side of Roller Coaster. So they're going to be waiting basically for them to come. But here we go. Forever is going to be coming in from behind on towards Sim Squad. Sim Squad's lost 2 players. It's going to just be Zulington trying to stay alive here. And it's going to just ult out of there to stay alive, get the placement points as 2 teammates go down. So that will be an exit from Sim Squad as they are leaving the scene. MEI now is going to be under fire. S9, meanwhile, did get taken out on the other side of the map. I completely missed that one. The TWS is going to lose to Impotent, as well as Impotent came in on that cleanup. So they're able to pick that one up and get those points. So TWS exiting as well. We are down to 15 squads on the board here. And we're going to see where these teams are trying to work their way around. You do know that you do have a squad back here. It is going to be Forever trying to just reset, get all the shields back up, which they have succeeded in doing so. And that does mean they're going to start taking engagements once again. Boaster's going to be coming in from the back with final countdown on towards SLG. The circle is going to begin to close, though. Neither of these teams are inside that circle. So as the circle is beginning to head their way, they are going to have to deal with this squad. As it does look like final countdown is actually just going to fly up. They don't want to have to deal with that, so they are going to go over and out. Over on the Lava Fisher here, this fight has still continued. These teams are still going at it, and that is going to be players dealing with Pexflex as Bulldogs is actually going to fall. Down he will go. Bacon is going to be trying to just stay alive, going to toss down that ultimate, stay alive. PB&M and Roller Coaster are still going at it in these buildings. So across the board, there's still a few squads, and there's still this mess here coming out of that choke point. MEI is trying to deal with 3 squads around him. It's going to be final countdown also closing in, as there are just teams all over the place. You can see as these fights are breaking out, players is going to end up taking down Pexflex, though they will drop on the floor. There's about 6 squads here in this general area, and here we go. It's going to be Roller Coaster popping out. They're going to say hello. There's going to be a squad right there in front of them as Millie is going to drop Bag Munch. So that is going to be a little bit of an issue here for them, as Sim Squad is finally going to go down. Zulingtan got caught out, ended up going down. Bag Munch has been eliminated, so that is another team down. A player, Wham Originals, trying to deal with the team as they're taking fire from all the way across the map. SLG's coming in through this choke point as well, as you got Forever coming in from the left side. So this is going to be a 3-way brawl for the time being. We're going to see how they end up deciding to deal with this. It does look like SLG is trying to back away a little bit, trying to reset before heading into this next fight. Meanwhile, you still have PB&M, you still have Roller Coaster here. Players actually has been eliminated. They did end up getting caught, so that's going to be players going down early. The defending champs not doing too hot through the first 2 games here so far. Roller Coaster is going to spot these players. PB&M are known and noted to their team. Logie Bear is going to be the last one standing from Narps. Was involved in that early engagement, I believe, and then did end up going down up north. We are going to have late players. Impotent is going to be coming in rather late, as a close engagement is going to be in the... Well, the melees are trying to come through here, and eventually someone is going to knock Hall Monitor. So Narps is going to just sort of stay alive here behind, behind the crate, but probably not going to be too long for this world. We'll see. Narps is not going to get the kill credit for that one either. Finally, this engagement is going to come through. PB&M is going to go down. They will get taken out by Roller Coaster, as Roller Coaster finally made the commitment to go in. Up on the other side, N64 aim assist, also trying to deal with the oncoming players. You got Pepper 2 Pizza coming up, as well as, I believe, the late Impotent coming from the outside of the ring. So the next ring is actually making its way up towards the top side. So a lot of these teams that have been dealing around the south corner will have to move at some point. This is going to be Millie coming in. They're going to get the cleanup there on towards Narps. Down goes Logie Bear. So Forever is going to be the nearby team now, trying to deal with these players from the side of Roller Coaster. As they're going to see SLG up above them, they're going to be moving their way out. And that is going to be a heck of a set of shots coming out of Rowdy. Unfortunately, not able to finish off the kill. I'm going to put some shots in towards SLG. There's not going to be a whole lot there. And he's actually going to spot another one here as well. So that's going to be a nice crack there. Rowdy is just farming damage on these players down below, as they're not able to do a whole lot. Firing all the way up, as that is going to be Roller Coaster's team taking a significant amount of damage. Meanwhile, you got Wham Originals, his recon inside, trying to stay alive. It's not going to be the case. It's going to be Miguel going down. The Wham Originals will end up dropping. And that is going to be MEI coming through and just clean sweeping them, basically. I don't even know if they lost a player at all. And meanwhile, we got Roller Coaster in final countdown now, and engagement over towards these outer buildings. They're going to be taking fire from up top as well. Those were the teams. I believe that was Forever that has been raining fire on top of Roller Coaster for the past minute and a half, and that is now going to be the side of the final countdown also receiving those shots. So both these teams are just kind of holed up. The problem is they're going to have to move. As you can see, we got a few players still left on the board. We have 9 teams remaining, and it's relatively spread out. The problem is these 3 teams here are going to have to move at some point. SLG is making their way towards the next circle, and that next circle is going to be in the middle of absolutely nowhere. So you know these teams definitely have to do something about that soon enough. You can see the pings coming out. Pepper2 Pizza is aware of these players. It's going to be N64 aim assist. Also going to be set up here on towards this, well, the edge of this building here. As they do know and they do spot these players. Both teams are well aware of the other. The problem is that nobody wants to make a move. I mean, for them, they don't really have to move either. You are going to see the side of Final Countdown and Roller Coaster both exiting the scene. They are going to be heading in towards this circle. The problem is that there's teams here. This is going to be Final Countdown landing right on top of a squad. They can't get in through that door. There's a death box there. So they got to wrap around the back side. And then unfortunately for them, that is where a team is waiting. This is going to be, I believe, Pepper2 Pizza is going to be here. They're going to call in a Gibby ultimate. That is going to be a crack on the board, as they're just really just working around the outside. So, I mean, the other team, you got N64 aim assist that's more than happy to just kind of wait and watch these guys fight it out themselves. They are going to see, well, 2 are going to be down here. That is going to be 1, as Voster is going to go down. And the 3rd player from Final Countdown is just staying alive beneath them right now and has probably not really got a way out. As that is going to be that for that 1 player. You can see N64 aim assist has actually lost a player as well, as Etrix is going to go down. Akuma is going to go down as well. It's going to be all on Dark Navigator now all of a sudden, as N64 aim assist has lost multiple players, as well, Kev Joplin putting in a lot of shots with 4 kills as well. So very nicely played here out of Pepper2 Pizza to be able to fend off the initial push from Final Countdown and deal with the aggressing N64 aim assist as well. This is going to be another roster coming forward as well. You can see the circles are going to be closing. This is going to be Roller Coaster actually trying to come in. They are going to spot Dark Navigator down below. He's just going to be a solo though, so that's not going to be a whole lot of info for the side of this roster. As I mean, Fallen is running an RE45 with the Shatter kit. Well, I mean, his choice on what he wants to run, really. SLG is actually now going to be kind of pinched in here, as below average damage is trying to come in, as they're going to find 1, and that is going to be Duncan Deadlifts going down. It's all going to be on Gare Bear, trying to stay alive here up top, and might just kind of run away. N64 aim assist did end up taken out. Dark Navigator did drop. Humble Abode is going to pick him up. So below average damage, going to have to run away. Gare Bear trying to stay alive. You can see this new circle that's coming through. There's only a few teams now left standing. You're going to see Fallen and Co. trying to just run down Rowdy. Rowdy's the last man standing from his roster, just trying to stay alive. Below average damage, officially eliminated. As we're going to put in the shots across the board here, you're going to see that is going to be, I believe that was Pepper2 Pizza that Roller Coaster is now fighting out with. As Rowdy did get up his shields up, now is just going to have to stay alive as a solo player. Illustrious Iker. It's going to be MEI versus Roller Coaster here. Fallen is going to drop him with that RE45 and get away here. MEI is going to have to pick this player up, as the engagement will come in. It's going to be Millie coming in from the outside. Mysteries is going to drop. Eddie is going to drop. That's going to be MEI going down. So Roller Coaster is on an absolute tear here, but they are going to be taking shots here from SLG. We're going to match stats right now quickly. Roller Coaster has 9 kills, Pepper2 Pizza with 7 as well, so a lot of shots coming in. Roller Coaster is going to go down. That is going to be SLG As actually Rowdy picked up one as well. So Rowdy picking up some cape here, despite the entire team being dead, still doing a fantastic job. You're going to have Craburn's going to be the last player left from Final Countdown as well. I mean, Rowdy's going to be just down to the right, and I believe that's been spotted, but he doesn't want to take that engagement. So right now, we're going to have 5 squads remaining on the board. We got 3 full squads and 2 solos. So they're going to just put in the shots towards Rowdy as Julian Jitsu's going to get a lot of damage down, but no kill. You just want to get that KP, and unfortunately, it's not going to be the case. Pepper 2 Pizza is going to be the next up as well. They're going to be getting shots through, and they will pick up, well, they picked up a break there, but Forever is finally going to be going down, as Rowdy did get eliminated, finally. Spent a long time alive, honestly. Forever's going to end up dropping out in 5th place. SLG now is working their way around the outside. Pepper 2 Pizza, you got SLG. Final Countdown with only Craburn alive, still somehow alive here. And Impotent is going to be the other team. Impotent has basically just been a late to the party across the board. They have not really had to deal with anyone. They had 1 engagement, I'm pretty sure, on their way here. And that has basically been it. They haven't seen a whole lot since then. So they are going to have purple shields. Pepper 2 is going to have 2 reds and a gold. SLG's got a red, purple, gold. So these guys, still some time to upgrade some of their shields as they're trying to get some damage in here. This is going to be Impotent that they're taking shots at. The problem is that this is the final circle. They are going to have to start moving at some point. And there's still some Sears left, but no one really is kind of checking for the rats. So Craburn is going to do a fantastic job, really, just kind of staying alive. Didn't have to move or anything. And right as I say that, I think he's beginning to take fire, so he might be pretty close to going down. Yeah, there you go. Craburn does get caught out. Humble Abode's going to pick him up. And this is now going to be a great advantage here from SLGs. They're going to be firing down on top of Impotent. As it does, well, they were thinking about dropping down. The problem is that here comes Pepper 2 Pizza coming in from the outside. As you can see, Sledgehammer just trying to stay alive here as Humble Abode's going to be putting in some shots from up top. And this is going to be Pepper 2 Pizza just kind of trying to take that engagement. As again, SLG is just trying to evacuate and get out so they can reset everything. But this is basically just a firing range here for Pepper 2 Pizza. As Meteor Pigeon is going to be on the roof, trying to just work with some of those shields. Humble Abode is going to be on the outside as the circle is coming in. And I mean, the push is coming in. This is going to be SLG at point blank range. You can see them entering the fight. Pepper 2 Pizza Meteor Pigeon is going to fall off as the Mortar comes in from the fuse. But now it's just going to be SLG on the roof. You're going to have Pepper 2 below them. And then you're going to have, well, Impotent kind of on the outside trying to figure out who they're going to shoot at. And the answer is everybody, as this engagement is going to come through. The Gibby ult has been used already, so there's going to be nothing coming in from that front. As I believe a Wraith portal just happened. So this is going to be Impotent going up on the roof, and Julian Jitsu's going to get immediately shredded. Larry's going to be the next player trying to just get inside. You can see both these players. He actually takes a portal outside of the zone. Which I don't... Yeah, he just backed into that portal. The problem here, though, is now the circle is closing in. And they're going to have to move. Humble Boat is going to be just outside. They're going to finish off the kill as they come back in. The Pepper 2 Pizza is going to go down, though. SLG comes through. And I do believe it's just going to be Impotent left. There's 2 players here in this engagement. And that is going to be it. SLG will pick up the map. They are going to pick up that round. And match 2 on World's Edge will go over to SLG as they were looking incredibly strong through the outside of the match. And now that is going to be it. SLG takes your second match of the day. We're back with map 3, as we did have SLG picking up a very big first map on the board, and it does look like it once again is going to be a southwest zone location. The crafting rotation has switched as well, so we are going to see the purple stock as well as the purple light mag now inside of the crafter. Also, the Havoc and P2020 enter the crafter, and honestly I was not aware of that for a little bit, so interesting to see how that happened. Usually that changes as the season shifts, so I'm not sure why that happened early. We are going to see first contest. We will see Wham Originals here with PexFlex. So the standard, everyone is relatively sorted out where they're going and where the locations are. There's going to be a couple of contests. Climatizer will be shared between TWS and N64 Aim Assist. You're going to see players here, East Skyhook, Pepper 2's West, and a lot of teams just kind of, you know, trying to just be polite. And then there's these guys who, below average damage and Forever, have yet to stop fighting at the beginning of every single game. It usually ends up being Forever kind of forced off of the point due to the area that they end up dropping in. So this will be below average damage. Yep, once again, they will force them out. And once again, it is going to be a circle that is closing in on Thermal Station. Promise you, I am not editing the final circles. I know there is an option to do so. That is not the case. These guys are just getting lucky as heck for the 3 games that we are going to be here. As there's going to be an engagement here now as well. It's going to be Hexflux versus Wham Originals. Wham Originals has 2 purple shields. Somehow they have 2 purples out of this. And Hexflux, upon realizing that, is probably immediately going, all right, we are not dealing with that. Don't want to have to fight those guys, and we are going to leave. Meanwhile, you're going to have N64 Avis and TWS are both going at it. They just literally agreed that, oh yes, we are sharing this point, and N64 Amesis decided, no, we are going to fight you for this. So this is going to be a bit of an engagement going on. Not sure if this will really turn into too much, or if they're going to do anything about that. Meanwhile, it does look like that Wham Originals is trying to chase Hexflux down. Hexflux is on the full evacuation route here, as they are trying to leave. They don't want to deal with those guys whatsoever, and they are out of there. Meanwhile, Narps is going to be nicely set up here over on towards Big Mod. You're going to have a nice kitted out longbow, a kitted out flatline as well from buying it up with the points. So they're going to have some nice setups ready for them, as we are going to turn our attention to the rest of the map, see where these players are currently set up. It does look like the fighting up towards Climatizer has stopped, but it does look like we're getting an engagement here. It's going to be Wham Originals and Hexflux. Both teams kind of going at it here, as it's going to be inside of the cubby, and that is going to be a pretty huge, well, I was going to say pretty huge Shark Star. Apparently it hit nobody. Watson did lose the shields though, so that's going to be Wham Originals trying to set up here, and Miguel did end up losing a fair amount of HP, trying to just heal this one back up. And Wham Originals, despite the shield advantage, has definitely been on the receiving end of considerably more damage here so far, as they're going to drop down here, try to just sort of back away. But they've definitely not been on the better end of these trades, and that is basically just resulting in Hexflux farming up some of their shields, as they're getting a pretty good amount of damage down on the board. As, well, that's a little bit tragic. As it turns out, the Watson generator can eliminate some of them, but not all of them, as the rockets are going to fly out. Hexflux is going to go on that rotation. Once again, they will be entering the circle, and that will probably be preferable for them in terms of location. But for now, nobody has gone down. Everyone is staying alive. You are going to see the side of PBNM, Hall Monitor, Uzumaki, and Bloober coming in from the outside. There's going to be a team in front of them as well, as they're going to come here and loot through everything. There's going to be a fair amount of them to really work with, as they're not... They've got a pretty good distance here until you see the side of Wham Originals. But for now, not a whole lot going on across the board. You can see the teams were very polite in their exits. Everyone got out. Everyone is on their way now towards the next circle. And these teams down here, Thermal Station Tree, they are loving it. They very much appreciate these circles. They're having a good time. And they're just going to set up, really. I mean, the downside, you won't be able to have to move around for a lot of that extra loot. But these teams are going to be forced to come in. You're going to see Pepper 2 Pizza coming in. You're going to have the side of team players is going to be up there as well, as they all pass through countdown. You'll have MEI coming in late. They will probably actually run into the side of PB and M here. There's going to be MEI coming in from the top of the cliff. Not sure if PB and M will be spotted. But they are going to end up leaving. They are going to be taking some shots. Yeah, MEI does end up spotting them, but they will get out safely with their lives and head towards that next circle. And again, no one's really getting into too many engagements here. X66 checking out the checking out towards Tree. They are going to spot a player over here that I do believe that is going to be, yes, that will be Forever. So these guys definitely been featured a lot. These guys fight non-stop basically until they die. So we do see them quite a few times. Narps now is going to be dealing as well. They're going to put a lot of shots here in towards Fika again. So Fika in a fair amount of trouble here. They're going to be, well, they're going to get one crack though. They're going to get 2 cracks. It looks like. Sifu is going to eat a considerable amount of damage. That is going to be a Gibby ult coming in. That is going to be an Arc Star coming in. Fika trying to get out of there, but Tortured Cobra is going to take a lot of damage. Going to have to get that shields back up. Unfortunately, they're going to see, well, yeah, there's going to be a player right in front of them here with the purple shields, with that charge rifle that is putting damage into them. And they're going to be inside the zone as well. So this is not a favorable position here for the side of Fika Gaming Club, as Narps is going to come through. They're going to do a considerable amount of damage to them. Fika, probably not too long for this world, except Logie Bear is going to take a considerable amount. He is going to go down here. He's going to fall to the circle, but Fika will be eliminated. They will be a first squad out today as they exit in 20th place. Again, I believe that's their second 20th now, as they ended up lasting back-to-back games. Wham Originals now, and Pex Flex again. They've been chasing these guys ever since they landed, basically. Bacon is going to fall. As Bulldog's going to toss out the Bangalore Ultimate. The Rolling Thunder will hit the ground as they're just trying to stay alive. Bacon is probably going to be left behind. I don't think they're going to be able to pick up Bacon. As, yeah, Miguel and Co are going to just put shots in there. Going to leave. Players now is going to be an engagement up here with Pepper 2 Pizza up top. As this is going to be a pretty early engagement coming out of them. As Kaplan, or Kef Japlin, this is going to be honestly terrible for me to remember. You're going to see that Pepper 2 is just trying to put some shots through. Humble Boat is going to be putting in towards the one with the R31 and Wingman in hand, trying to just stay alive. He's going to eat some damage, but still. Is that Seer Ultimate on a drone? It's moving. And I think Humble Boat is also very confused, as like just about as confused as me as the Seer Ultimate leaves the scene. So that was interesting. I don't think I've seen that one before, and that's unfortunately not the most useful, because that does mean that your Seer Ultimate has left the building. The players now is going to be eating a lot of damage, and the Seer is just trying to stay alive, but that will be Lundum going down. Will end up dropping, so Sedacity and Dilemma are going to be the next two alive, trying to just remain on their feet, as Humblebode will officially take down Lumdum. As you can see, the Gibby Ultimate will come through. That's going to be the Flesh on towards the Seer. As well, the hip fire is going to come through. That's going to be a knock, and that, oh, Dilemma almost made something out of that with all the shots connecting from the hip fire. I can tell you my 30-30 does not land like that whatsoever. As Sim Squad was also eliminated as well. They're going to exit in 18th place. So a lot of teams that you usually see do quite well in these tournaments are falling early. The rotations are running them into other teams, and they're not able to capitalize on the situation. Or, well, I can't say that they can't capitalize. It's the other teams that are capitalizing on them. X66 has lost Cherubs, so they are going to drop one. Final Countdown is able to find one player there. Grayburn still with the white shields, not able to do a whole lot. You can see now there will be a fight here inside a Climatizer. It's going to be TWS and Roller Coaster. Roller Coaster has lost Fallen. So Fallen is fully timed out. He is out for the rest of this game. You're going to see how Millie and Bananarama work their way around it. They are probably going to choose to just leave. They don't want to have to deal with this. S9 is dealing with Impotent here on the outside of this cliff edge. As well, Impotent is going to find one. Yeah, that'll be Cleo going down. The rest of S9 I don't think is in much of a position to really assist on this or do anything, as they're going to have to back up. And yeah, they are just kind of getting out of dodge here. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to do much. Yeah, Cleo will go down. X66 in the meantime has gone down. Willie Bones is now the kill leader. As you can see, the movements are beginning to come in. The circle is closing. So this is going to force some of these teams. So a team like Dark Navigators squad in N64 aim assist, kind of on the outside. They will have to start moving in. Logie Bear squad in NARPS is also just trying to make sure that they are making this rotation work. Coming all the way from Big Mod with their nice splatter round weapons and everything. They are going to be making their way forwards. TWS, though, is going to be in this engagement. They are going to see, I do believe this is forever, inside of the truck. And there's not a lot of spots to hide here, unfortunately. They're going to have to pop a rift and try to get out of there. Fire is going to go down, though, unfortunately. And that is not too good for them, as they will get a portal all the way to the building. I'm going to see if they are able to come through or not. I mean, the body, and actually, yeah, there's going to be somebody outside as well as their teammate. Unfortunately, not able to make it in. And down he will go fully. So the good news is I don't think they're going to be able to enter the building without going through the portal. So that will save forever a little bit of time here. But unfortunately, that might be it. Meanwhile, you're going to have, well, Luca from below average damage is going to be the last one alive, trying to just rat himself out here. As you can see, Roller Coaster, it's going to be a squad of 2 in front of him. MEI is going to be positioned very nicely, as well as the side of Pexflux. There's going to be 2 players here, so a lot of teams are missing a player across the board here. They are just kind of down a man or 2, as there are a couple solos as well. As they're just trying to finish off on towards Rowdy. Unfortunately, have not been able to hunt him down yet, as TWS trying to deal with the teams coming in from the outside as well, as they're now going to try to enter the building. Hype is kind of getting stuck. PvP will finally go down. Rowdy and Maddox are still here, and they're still competing. As you can see, they're going to do a considerable amount of damage there to TWS, but unfortunately not able to fix it. I mean, it was a 2v3. They were not in a great position at the time. As you're going to see, more engagements coming in as Wham Originals and MEI. We've seen this one before, and it looks like we're going to see it again, as Miguel's going to take a lot of damage here. I was going to have to back away because there's teams on both sides of them, actually. Excuse me, no, it is just MEI coming in. Below average damage is finally going to go down. As you're going to see, I mean, there is a lot inside of this building. Eddie, I don't know if you want to go in there. You don't want to really take that fight because there is a lot inside of there that you'd like to rather not deal with. As the Watson ultimate as well is probably doing a great job of just keeping them alive and healthy inside. And it means that there's no damage coming out. There's no nades that can do anything, as the Mastiff's going to come charging forward here from Willie Bones. And he's actually going to go down. He's going to eat a good amount of damage. Eddie Jr. is going to take out one as well. Mysteries is going to drop the other. So that is going to be 2 players down inside. We're going to see, as you can see, his recon is going to be trying to pick up Miguel here as the team is going to be entering the building, and that is going to be Wham Originals going down. So we're down to 12 squads here, as another squad is going to be impotent here in an engagement. They're going to find one, but not going to find another. That is going to be Pepper 2. It is going to clean that one up, so impotent goes down early. You can see TWS here on the outside again. Narps is now going to be in a fight here with N64 aim assist, as they're going to come charging forwards. You're going to see a team above as well. Dark Navigator is going to have to fall back here, and they are going to be working their way towards the outside. Meanwhile, Craburn, final countdown, they are going to be set up here. They do know that Roller Coaster is walking forward. Roller Coaster might not be aware of this at all, or actually they should now because they just saw the seer queue. But they are lacking their own seer, which means they do not have that ability to see, and they are taking a lot of damage here, it looks like, from the outside. They're just going to fall off the station, just try to stay alive below it, as their ping does end up coming through. S9, 2 players left. They probably were spotted by that skyward dive there. So we're going to see where they end up deciding to go here. Bear is going to be inside. I mean, they're just camped out here, and they're not going to move, and that means you won't be showing up on the seer ultimate. TWS, meanwhile, working around the outside, looking for these players. They do know that they're here. Narps is inside the building. So, I mean, the Logie Bear probably getting those Watson fences all set up, out the doors and everything. They know exactly where they need to be set up. But it is going to be the fight. That is going to be S9 on the outside, so TWS is going to get the little third party coming in from Narps. They're going to try to walk forward. Narps is going to lose 2, though. Bagmunch is now going to be the last one alive here. He's going to run out of ammo in the R99, and is going to find one, so they will be S9 going down. The problem is that here comes TWS, and yeah, he knows he's dead, basically. So Narps will go down. SLG is actually going to be the one to pick that one up instead, as TWS is now taking all the damage. And this is going to be SLG coming through. This will probably be TWS not in a good position for Zappy, taking a considerable amount of damage on the outside, and is going to get knocked. That will be him going down as well. So SLG comes in, picking up the kills on the late third party. And again, this fight, Pepper 2 Pizza versus N64 aim assist going down again. Kev Japlin's going to drop out 1. Akuma will fall. Dark Navigator is going to be forced to fall back, as we're going to knock 1. So we'll find 1, trying to get the reload off, as the players are going to be popping their way up, and he's going to not somehow stay alive for as long as he did. But N64 aim assist will fall as well. We're down at 8 teams to go, and these are some pretty spread out teams. But here we go. MEI is coming in for Roller Coaster. They know they're here. Eddie is going to take a lot of damage here. I mean, they know that Roller Coaster is going to be set up in front of them here, and they're just trying to make this a slow push. I'm not sure if they're aware that there's only 2 of them. This will be a knock there, and that is going to be, that is going to be 1. Uzumaki is going to take the shots at long range, actually. Where was that even from? Oh, Uzumaki is all, it was all the way up top here. So this does look like that was a nice long range with the charge rifle, able to pick up Millie. And that will mean that Bananarama is the only one alive now on this team. His final countdown came charging forward. I mean, Banana might be trying to get over back to that. Oh, I don't know if it's even worth recovering the body because there's no more respawn points here. Bananarama now going to be taking shots from up top. That'll be Uzumaki and co. Meanwhile, G-Man is going to be, well, finally eliminated. They finally caught him, so SLG will take him down. There are 7 squads still left. and Eddie Jr. and co of MEI are on their way. SLG is about to be greeted by the entire squad of MEI, as here comes one knock. They're looking for a second here on towards the Valkyrie, and that should be just about it for SLG. The previous champions are going to go down. MEI comes in with the clean sweep of SLG, just losing one player in the process. Bananarama still actually alive, still keeping final countdown in the game. As you can see, Hall Monitor with that boat check, trying to just look for where these players are going to be going. Unfortunately, it does look like nothing is going to happen for the time being. There's nobody basically nearby, and they will be forced to move in the near future here because that circle is not friendly to them. We're going to see Pepper 2 Pizza, fully red shields, fully kitted out. These guys have everything basically they could possibly want, as they are going to be taking some shots at range. I do believe that is MEI. They do know as well that there is a team up top, Thermal Station, so they have to work on this rotation. They don't have a Valkyrie. So Humble Abode will probably have to make use of a portal. The problem is that 38% is not going to be enough. They got to wait for this ultimate, and they got to wait quite a bit of time for it, so they do know the team's up there. And so does them. PB&M well aware that these guys are there. So we're going to see they're going to spot one below them. And I believe that was actually, that is the final countdown player that they spotted instead. So they do know this guy's down here. And they're going to fall off. And yeah, there you go. I mean, this is going to be the charge right through. Pexflux is officially going to go down. But now the circle's coming. And now you got to get out there into this area, as Hall Monitor is going to take a lot of damage. He's going to get that battery off here. Uzumaki also forced a bat. The problem is that the team is going to be right there beside him, and they're going to get the cancel. That's going to be Bloober going down. PB&M just got shredded. They had the greatest position they could have, but they just waited too long, it looks like, and they were forced to drop. So here you go. I mean, Pepper 2 Pizza is now coming in. They're going to knock Eddie Jr. as well. Bananarama still somehow alive here on the outside, as Eddie is going to fall. So this is going to be Illustrious Iker working on the outside towards the aggressing players. They're going to get the knock there as well. Roller Coaster officially eliminated. MEI goes out as well. There's only 2 squads left. Final Countdown versus Pepper 2 Pizza here. And Final Countdown is in a bit of trouble. It's going to be a 2v3, so we're going to see whether or not they can do a whole lot here. As actually, no, this might... Yeah, Craven's going to be on the outside, so they're going to spot one at close range. Try to just stay alive. There's going to... Oh, that is... Yeah, no, that is it. Pepper 2 Pizza is going to come through. They're going to clean up, and they're going to take map number 3. The Finals World's Edge game is going to go to Pepper 2 Pizza with a considerable amount of kills on the board as well, so congratulations to them. They will take that. So we are going to go to a quick break once again as we tally these scores, and we will be back momentarily. Well, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, right out of the gate. There are engagements all over the place, and Roller Coaster is going to go down early as Fika is going to pick up their first clean sweep and their first kills of the event, I believe, as well. As we're going to have engagements in multiple places. X66 and Wham Originals as well are going to be fighting it out up on the north pad. And we're going to see where else. I believe actually that is going to be it in terms of engagements. Miguel is going to be putting in some shots. Wham Originals is going to become charging through. That is going to be, well, nope, Miguel bit off a little more than he could chew, unfortunately. And his teammates don't even have guns. As that is going to be Wham Originals going down early to Team X66, as they didn't even have weapons, it looks like. So unfortunately for them, they will end up dropping. That is going to be their early finish there coming out of the squad. So unfortunately for them, they will end up going down early. And we are, for those who aren't aware, on Storm Point. As I apologize, I believe the stream is going to be hella laggy for a second as I tab out. That will be it. So that is going to be the first set of engagements we will see across the board. Defending champs, or the previous champions that just won. Pepper 2 Pizza is going to be up working their way on checkpoints. There's going to be a few other teams here, but the 2 contests early did end up going down. TWS dropped onto wall and then went out the west end, so they do end up exiting the wall, and the contest will disappear. So we are going to see where these teams are going to be working their way out towards next. The rotation is going to be on towards the bottom right corner. So Fish Farm's launch pad, this open area down here, is going to be where we're headed next. Which does give teams a fair amount of space to kind of make their way over there. We're going to be on board with the side of Narps here, as they are going to find a turbocharger, it looks like, but the Havoc is in the crafter, so you do got to find You gotta go and get over there and craft one of those weapons, unfortunately, because you cannot find that on the ground anymore. That's kind of interesting, actually. So, we'll see where these first engagements are going to come. A lot of teams are going to be sticking around relatively late, it looks like, which means there's going to be a lot of edge fights coming through here from these squads. We're going to see as these teams begin to start moving forward. Where these guys are going to be headed coming up next, but you're going to see teams like Final Countdown coming from the edge, SLG, as well as this team over on Sino Cave. I believe that is Sim Squad is going to be down there as well. They got to all make their way here towards the the east end of the map. Storm Point is big. You are going on for some big rotations here. It does look like the side of Fika is going to be working their way in over towards the armory, which is currently containing the side of Team PvP. So they are going to be set up in here, working their way on the bots. They're going to get their rewards, and they are now going to realize that, hey, there are people outside, which they are going to notice. Venisect has seen that, and they are aware that there's a team out there. So they're going to have to sort of figure out how they're going to deal with that for the time being. Meanwhile, Impotent is going to be up here with Pepper 2, because they do know that that team is going to be down there. He's going to be looking for him, trying to spot them all out. But it does look like Pepper 2 is, well, I mean, I was going to say they were intent on leaving, but maybe that is not going to be the case here. Or they do, because, I mean, there's a little bit of indecision here going on. It does look like some of the teams are going to be eating some time in the gas. They will be making their way here from the outside. Meanwhile, PvP is going to be still inside here trying to regen their health and everything. And they're going to be making their exit here rather quickly, as they do know that Fika is on the outside waiting for them. So they're just going to get everything they can all set up, and then they will get out and be on their way, because they don't want to have to deal with that squad. They're going to open the gate, and up they go. And you're going to have to fly right over top of this squad, because you do know that they're there. Fika instead is going to have to kind of chase a little bit late here. But it does look like they're kind of content in doing so, and they will just be following PvP out and down. Meanwhile, over on Barometer, this does look like we're going to have a fight. Sim Squad is going to be approaching below average damage, who's going to be up top on the Crafter. And these teams will be entering their line of sight shortly, or at least below average damage, I believe, is going to spot them. And yeah, there you go. They're going to see them. They're going to have to back away here,
We can cruise over here.
as these players are taking considerable amount of damage, and almost ended up taking a U-turn off the wrong way. They're going to successfully get out though, so they will get away. Sim Squad going to be the ones firing at them from range. And now it does look like Sim Squad is going to be the one taking damage on the rotation, and down goes Inquinia, who's going to end up falling, and the drill will come through the wall. But I mean, they're not really able to see, but actually no, here they come. They are going to be making their way in here. It's going to be a 2v3. Inquinia's gone down. Zuling Tian is going to be down below as well. Big Buns McLovin is going to be up top. The do, I believe, are going to have to leave Inquinia to his death, and they're going to have to evacuate now, because there is not a whole lot they are able to do. Meanwhile, we got TWS Impotent is going to be ended up getting eliminated here. We got Pepper 2 Pizza inside, and I believe TWS is also in here as well, just trying to stay alive. Hype is actually going to fall though, and G-Man as well in a lot of trouble here as he's trying to get out the back door. He's going to succeed in doing so, but I don't know if he'll have the HP to stay alive. But yeah, I mean, they're going to be coming on towards him. Down he goes. TWS is out. Narps is out. So that is going to be a number of teams here eliminated early, and that means Pepper 2 Pizza starting off pretty hot with 3 kills as they came in for that third party to clean up. So you can see Big Buns McLovin and Sim Squad are going to be down 2 players. They got to go back and get that banner at some point. Probably is going to be their plan. You're going to see Final Countdown here on the outside as well, making their way in through the gas. They're going to be in a Trident, it looks like, so the car will make its re-entry. It's been a while since we've ended up seeing one of these. X66, SLG is going to be up top in Command Center, so a lot of these teams should hear these guys coming in. Until then, doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on, although S9 has rotated out. They did end up losing Strange, as I do believe they were bullied out by Pexflex. So Pexflex took over Fish Farms, eliminated them from the area, so S9 is now just kind of camping out on the side in the corner, trying to wait. PvP, meanwhile, is going to be in a fight here with Fika. Fika is going to be not the most kitted out here, as the players are going to come charging forward, and that is going to be the Alternator picking up a fair amount of damage here. And that is going to be a knock, so that will be Seafield picking up one, but unfortunately he's going to get taken out from behind. Max now is going to be the last one alive. Might choose to just stay alive here or try to secure that one kill, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. He's going to try to get this respawn, pick up his teammate here. But it is also possible that the side of PvP knows exactly where they are and might be coming in for that kill. As well, they do end up spotting them. You can see the shots coming through from the top. Yeah, that's going to be Fika finally going down. That'll be 3 kills now going over to the side of PvP. And that's a new kill leader officially on the board as well. So meanwhile, you're going to have below average damage still in this fight here with Sim Squad. These guys have been going at it for quite a while, to the point where Sim Squad was able to pick up a teammate. As Inclinian has no gun, has basically nothing in his name. And he's trying to make his way out the back door. And just figure out how to get back into the circle and rejoin his teammates. The problem is that below average damage might not give him the opportunity to do so. As you're going to see the shots will come in. That's going to be a blue shield there. Luca to Benny working towards the outside as they're going to try to chase down these players. But everyone from Sim Squad is basically just every man for himself. They're working their way on the outside. Team Players, meanwhile, is in it with Team PvP. They ended up coming in a little bit late here as PvP is going to lose one. We're going to see where the rest of the players are. Team Players are going to be all up top. Proximity's gone down. As Sushi and Venisect are going to be trying to stay alive here. That's going to be a triple take. That's a nice crack there. Not able to finish off that kill, though, unfortunately. So they are going to spot where these players are. And I do believe, yeah, there's going to be... Well, Venisect is going to be on the outside. Sebastian's going to be on the outside trying to put in some wingman shots. Is not able to pick up much. They're probably just going to try to finish the player on the ground. But unfortunately, the distraction basically is coming through as the rest of his teammates are just trying to push on forward here for the time being. You see the team players going to charge forward now. They are going to be in a 2v3 situation. They're going to come in. They're going to have to split where their damage is going, though, and they're actually going to lose one as they're going to knock one. There's another. It's going to be a 1v2 here for the last player from Team PvP, and that's not going to be the case. Sushi's going to go down, so that will be an early kill coming through. Meanwhile, Pepper 2 Pizza is working their way here on the outside, dealing with CLG. CLG is actually going to go down, and that will be Pepper 2 coming through and picking them up. So we're going to see the players on the outside as well. Pepper 2 Pizza running the Ash, Gibby, and Seer this time is now going to have MEI in their sights. As the Seer ultimate's going to go out, or excuse me, the Horizon ultimate as well as the nades are going to come flying through. They're going to Ash Portal out though, and that will mean the reposition here coming in from Pepper 2 Pizza. They will get the reset off as well, so all of them with full shields again. As the circle's closing, they will be inside the circle here, trying to deal with MEI at long range. It's going to be a lot of shots coming the way of Pepper 2 Pizza as MEI is going to be trying to just pick up some of these points, try to pick these guys off as they make the cross. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to be too much of the case. These players have kind of moved on. They are going to be hiding behind the cannon. So we're going to see. It does look like MEI is going to choose to just kind of take the safe route for now. They don't want to come charging through onto this whatsoever. And they're going to be almost polite about it, you could say.
Let's go here.
He does get the impact, so that slow effect will come in, but it doesn't look like the team is going to commit for the time being. They're going to let it go. Meanwhile, below average damage now is in a fight with N64 aim assist on the other side of the map. So down towards the southern edge, it looks like. You can see the teams are going their way. N64 at long range. I mean, this is just on the outside of antenna here. Both these teams are going to have to move, especially the side of N64. They are going to have to get out of there. Big Mugs McLovin is just kind of sitting there inside of antenna, trying to just pretend like nobody sees him as there's a fight going on all around him. But you're going to see Pepper 2 Pizza making their way out, as well as a number of these teams kind of, well, repositioning, I guess, across the map. Now we are going to see, well, Sim Squad is going to be one player left alive. Up on board with below average damage here. That's going to be a nice nade. Should have been a lot more damage, I think, than I thought that ended up actually happening. Bacon will end up knocking Maddox, and I do believe that was elsewhere on the map as N64 still trying to close this gap. The problem is they have to go through this team. They have to be the ones to aggress because they don't have a Valkyrie to go around or anything, so they have to be the ones to kind of make a move. Electric is going to get knocked. He will end up getting forced down as the, excuse me. The drill ended up doing a significant amount of damage. Had to back away, but here we go. The circle is closing. Most of these teams have made their way now towards the east side of the map. You can see these locations here coming in. And unfortunately, N64 aim assist is in a world of pain here. As they're going to have to try to they're just going to have to try to tank the circle. As the team in front of them has also left. Sim Squad did end up going down officially, so down they go. And now on the other side of the map, we're going to have S9 fighting with Forever. It's going to be Cleo, last one standing against this team, and it's unfortunately going to take a considerable amount of damage from the other side. I'm going to just try stay alive here and get the shield back up. Unfortunately, though, there's going to be another team coming in front. And that is going to be probably S9 going down here. There's not a whole lot they can do. S9 is going to be eliminated. That is going to be Forever now trying to deal with the aggression here of this roster. It is going to be PB and M coming through, trying to do like a break and enter basically onto the side of Forever. As here we go, they're going to come charging through. There's going to be 1-2 directly to the right. That's going to be a knock though, and that is actually going to be PB and M going down. So the aggression not paying off for them as they end up going down. That is going to be a lot of kills fed now here on towards Forever. As Forever has 4 kills, below average damage was 7 currently in this game, so they are doing a significant amount of damage. This will be below average damage versus Pepper 2, two of our kill leaders in this game, as they're going to be charging forwards, making their way up here. We're going to see how Peppertown is going to be able to do here, as they will do a considerable amount of damage to one. They're just looking for this player below them, as the Gibby ult is going to come out, and that should force the side of below average damage to fall back. They are going to have to do a full retreat here if they can stay alive, though. The problem is that they might not be able to do so. Care Bear is going to go down, and this should signal a push from Pepper 2 Pizza to go forward, because they do know that a player is down on the ground. They will find the one player crawling. That is going to be down right below. He's going to pop the Gibby ult to finish him off. And below average damage will finally go down. So that will be them eliminated on the board. So meanwhile, across the board, situation right now, team players are still up. We got final countdown. We have MEI, X66 has 3 players alive here. The side of Forever is fully alive. So we have 7 full squads on the board. Except Texflex is going to be in the best position here for this upcoming circle. As you can see, they are greatly set up here. The problem is there is not... I was going to say not a lot of cover. There is quite a good amount of cover here for them. So they are very happy. They are chilling. They don't have to worry too much about anything. As you can see, here comes Forever. They're going to Wraith Portal closer in towards this area. And they're going to spot a few of these teams out here. They will spot X66 up top. They're going to just hide and wait for the time being, as they're going to basically just kind of wait to see how these other teams are going to come through. The problem is that they will now get into engagement with X66, and to their right here comes, or to their left, excuse me, here comes the side of Pepper 2 Pizza, who's going to spot them. They're going to get crack on towards one. They are not going to be able to knock that player though, so Kev Chaplin is going to be forced to end up using a battery, and the nades are going to come flying through as well. This final countdown actually is going to go down. Players was able to take them out from behind. So Forever is now going to try to have to evacuate, as this fight is still going on up top. MEI now is coming in towards X66. There's going to be a fight up here as well. So all of a sudden, the fights are breaking out across the board. You're going to see Mystery's going to be forced to kind of just evacuate out. The problem is that he's heading right towards another fight around the corner, as this is going to be players, or excuse me, no, Forever and Pepper 2 Pizza, as Forever is actually going to take them down, and they're going to go right into the mess of another team in front of them, as Rowdy is not going to spot that from behind and goes down. It's going to be all down to Maddox. in a 1v1 here with Mystery basically from MEI as the push is coming in, going forward. He's got nothing in the EVA 8. He didn't end up reloading it in time before this, and down they will go. So Forever drops, MEI drops as well. So it's going to be Pexflex, 2 players from Team Players, and X66 as your 3 teams currently left standing. X66 with 6 kills on the board as well. So they've been doing quite nicely for themselves so far this game. You're going to see X66 around the back. They're going to have to do a reset here, get those shields back up. Pexflex in pretty good shape here right now, along with the Skull Piercer on this 30-30. They do have full purples and reds on the board. Team Players is actually going to get a respawn off here. They're going to get Lumdum back, I believe. Yeah, he's coming in from up top, so we're going to see if they have any equipment for him to pick up. There's a number of bodies in the area. It's a matter of whether or not they're going to be able to get to them in time. This is going to be a push here from the side of Pexflex, coming forward here towards Players, trying to get on towards them as the player comes in off of respawn. But Lumdum did end up getting to equipment. You can see he is red shielded and everything. Probably has a weapon to go with it. Oh yeah, he is set and ready to go. I mean, for all we know, it could have been his body that he got to at the end of the day. But this is going to be Players actually going to be pinched on from 2 sides as the push will come through here. Players are going to be forced up top, and we're going to see if they're going to have to duck. They're going to have to commit to one side of this fight. The problem is you don't want to do that in a 3-team situation, because you take a fight and you immediately get third party. That is just the rule of Apex and how things work. But they're going to get the shots through. He's needed one more bullet for the knock. And they're finally going to get him, so Gnome Guy will go down. Looking on towards Bulldops here. He's going to lose a lot of HP as well. The players here from the side of Pexflex going very low. There's going to be 2 going down. We're going to see if Bacon can get this battery off in time. And unfortunately, he might just have to back away, and he's going to go right into the hands of X66. He's going to get absolutely slammed from both sides. Lumdum's going to be the new kill leader as they pick up their 5th. As Players versus Team X66 now for the final for the win here on match number 4. X66 is going to get some cancellations here. They're going to be forced to back away. The ultimate will come through though from the horizon as a black hole arrives. So does the Arc Stars. X66 is going to be absolutely shredded, and Team Players is going to pick up your first map win on Storm Points. So picking it up, that was a great final engagement coming out of them as they just absolutely clean house. And that is going to be Team Players picking it up. So we are going to head ready for map 5. The standings will be updated. We will be back shortly. And that is going to be, I mean, we have 2 maps to go, so make sure you stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to map number 5. We got 2 to go. And I mean, right out of the gate, the contest is coming through again. Roller Coaster versus Fika Gaming Club. Very early here. As you can see, the shots are going to be coming through here. Millie is going to be having to work around the outside with just the Mozambique in hand. Going to be trying to just get away here, and he's actually going to go down again. So Fallen is going to be the last one alive here, working with the RE45, and he's going to be spamming with that devotion. Is going to come out on top. So that is going to be Fika Gaming Club this time, 1 out, as they are going to be picking that one up. Across the board here, we do have other contests ongoing. So the early finish, there was Fika coming out first. Impotent here is now going to be dealing with the enemy squad on the board. That is Pepper2 Pizza. Pepper2 currently are leaders on the board as well. As the circle is going to be up, we're going to see where this one's headed. This is actually going towards the northeast, so Roller Coaster winging that was actually massive. On the other side, we're going to see where all these other players are going. The contest up towards North Pad. Once again, it's going to be X66 here. Oh, okay. Or I can close my game. That works too. So we're going to see if we can get back into that, and I don't know if I can. I don't know what just happened. Huh. We are going to go to a break quickly and see what just happened.
Type of stock, and I don't know about you, but I don't like to double tap that much unless it might be on the EVA 8. But meanwhile, we move over to Command Station, and there is already a contested fight happening here. Copian Fiends, nice cracks coming out with the 30-30 repeater, already looted and suited. It's got the purple bag and the 3x on it. That's what you like to see.
Yep, Animazer definitely got all the loot, it looks like, off the rip. As you can see, this engagement's beginning to come through. That's going to be a nice crack from Zag, as he's going to see Sebastity as well. Going to put some shots in. He's going to flesh him up as well, so you can see. Alright, thank you Apex Legends for letting me back in. We get right back into the action here, as you're going to see Fika, or excuse me, Peppertown Pizza is going to be coming out on top of this engagement as they're going to be dropping Impotent as well. Larry ends up getting displaced, and that is going to be Larry dropping as well. So Impotent is going to be now just down to Strats Imp, who's going to be trying to finish off one player. He's going to succeed in doing so, but two more are going to leap out on top. And that is unfortunately going to be Impotent going down early as well. There are actually several Octanes as well in this game, as TWS is going to be running one here with, they're going to have one. There's a second, I believe, as N64 is also running one, who did end up losing a player as well. I believe there was a crash out at the start of the game, unfortunately, so that will be the second time they're going to be down a man. Other than that, not too much going on across the board here for the time being. You're going to see a lot of players just working on that western edge. They are going to have to start making their move closer at some point. And we're going to see how these players end up making these rotations. You do know Final Countdown does like to stay in the circle for a considerable amount of time, to be honest. They make a lot happen there, and they come in rather late, as we've seen so far. Across the rest of the board, not too much going on. You're going to see G-Man, like TWS, is going to be inside of the armory. So is the side of PvP. They're going to be set up in an armory. You're going to have the side of Forever making their way through Jurassic, trying to figure out what they can pick up here, because they could use a little more based on what their current shield state is looking like. I'm just going to be looking where the rest of them are. N64 is also running the Revenant as well as a Bloodhound, so interesting to see some of these team combinations that are coming out of these teams as we go forward. As the NF Sim Squad crafting all the way in the circle, so they got a ways to go. They're probably just getting all the med kits that they want, and then they're going to be on their way. Meanwhile, there is going to be a few teams making their way forward. I believe that is just going to be, they're going to be shooting down a grade here. This will be SLG. As currently, Peppertown Pizza is in the lead with 55 points. I don't think I've thrown up the standings on the stream yet. There's two teams behind them at 42 points apiece. That is going to be SLG, it's going to be Final Countdown and MEI. SLG is coming in at 41 points, Team Players 37, and then Forever at 27. So right now, the top 5 teams definitely separating themselves from the rest of the pack, and there's only 2 games to go. So they are going to be looking to try and shut down the side of Pepper2 Pizza rather early in the game. But I mean, right now, it's not off to a good start. Impotent got shut down at the start in the contest. So we're going to see where it ends up going from here on out, as they will be running into the back of TWS as well. So a lot of these teams have to start paying attention over on this corner. Final Countdown is all the way up at North Pad. I think they're crafting up there. So we're going to see what they do end up doing. I'll hop on board with TWS, not the most looted team, coming out of, they are going to be coming out of here. They had like a late exit, basically, of, they should have gone to the wall, and I thought they were the ones that were doing the armory, but their shield state clearly says otherwise. They are not looted up whatsoever. They are about to deal with Pepper2 Pizza, and that is not a team that you want to have to fight right now in your current state. You got 2 white shields as well as, 2 white shields and a blue, although it does look like G-Man's going to pick up an upgrade there. But there really is not a whole lot for them, and they are going to be going up against Pepper2 Pizza, the current leaders in the tournament. Not a great way to be. Players is now going to be running into the spiders here, it looks like, and they are going to be spotted by Narps. Narps is well aware of their existence. Luke Guru is going to be staring through the doorway. He probably got spotted by now, because that is going to be a seer there. They're going to open the door, take a couple pot shots, and disappear. To see how the rest of the map is sorting out, you're going to see the side of Sim Squad is going to hop onto that Trident, and they're going to be out of there. They're going to be running right into below average damage, and SLG, it looks like here, though. SLG is going to try to duck away. Jinmore is going to eat a lot of damage and get around that corner, so he'll be okay. Below average damage now is going to be dealing with, still fighting on towards them. The Trident, I believe, went around the other side. They're going to run right into TWS, though. So you're going to be outside in the circle. Mirage does actually, and yeah, they're going to use the totem here. So they're going to grab that totem, and they're going to just charge forward. The Mirage ult will come out as well, and that is going to trip up the Seer ultimate as well, as they're going to come flying in here on towards the side. And that's going to be 1 down. That is going to be 2 down, and that should be most of, oh, I want to say almost all of them. As you can see, the last player is going to be in the back there. They're all going to go back to the totem, and that will reposition them. But they are going to have to try to figure out where that last player went. But nope, Sim Squad will be fully eliminated. Down they go. The problem is that here comes another team, and there you go. This is SLG coming through, trying to find. They're going to hit a number of the clones, it looks like here, as they're trying to get on towards one. They will pick up Hyped. They're looking for the second. I believe that was a Pathfinder, Zaffi, that got out. He is just going to run for the hills as fast as he possibly can here. But he might have, I mean, there's going to be, well, now there's going to be Pepper 2 Pizza coming in to deal with the side of TW, or of SLG. They're going to drop Sledgehammer, so Sledgehammer is going to go down early, as they're going to start pushing forward here towards SLG. As you can see, Jim Morey's trying to just back away, get out, and get towards the back. They will lose Sledgehammer, and we're going to see whether or not they're going to lose more as well, but they're actually going to get shot in the back. TWS, Zaffi is going to be putting in a considerable amount of damage into these guys, and he might have just unintentionally saved SLG's lives, as this team does have to kind of turn around to deal with him, as he's continuing to put in damage and farming up some shield damage. But Pepper 2 is going to be forced to kind of halt in place, and that will let SLG get away. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, you are going to have Wham Originals and Forever, I believe. Forever is just going to be just outside, or no, excuse me. What is going on here? So these guys are, yeah, okay, one's up top command center, one's below. Team Players is still set up here over towards the outside. As you can see, S9 not in great shape as well, only Bear left standing. Duncan, Daedalus, and Co are going to be on this rotation. So there's a few teams very safely making it in towards this circle. Thunderwatch has been occupied by Team MEI as well. As you can see, well, somebody's trying to come up through the, come up from the, down there, and well, it doesn't look like any of the shots are hitting, unfortunately. So Logie Bear is just kind of just putting in a shot. Zaffi is still getting hunted down here, it looks like. Trying to just back away and get out. As Pepper 2 Pizza is going to have to get that rotation. These teams have to get their way towards the new circle. And that does look like where they're going to be headed for the time being. You can see Team PvP in a bit of a nice spot here on this cliff. They're going to be set up and ready and waiting. You do see some of the other players working their way around the outside as well. It does look like, yeah, PB&M going all the way around the outside with their 3 players. And I mean, there might not be a fight for a little bit, except, I mean, Stormcatcher here, below average damage, has to try and get up and out. They are dealing currently with the side of N64 Aim Assist, who only has 2 players here. They're looking to just do a decent amount of damage on towards the team, as that's going to be a Revolt popped. And well, unfortunately, he's going to be the only one left, so not a whole lot to be able to work with a teammate. He's going to come charging forwards here, not do much damage, and almost did more damage to his own totem, I guess, than he did to the other team. But PB&M did get shut down all the way on the other side of the map. They did get caught coming out of there, and I believe that was Pexflix that did end up picking them up. They are being able to loot those bodies. They picked it up. And now we're going to see Pepper 2 Pizza on this rotation. They're going to come pretty close here to the side of SLG, depending on where they go around this corner. We're going to see whether or not they're able to pick that up. You're going to see MEI is now going to be pushing in here. I believe that's towards Team PvP. So we're going to see how the push is coming through. There are going to be shots ringing out from up top. And PvP is aware of teams pressing around them from multiple spots. There are going to be players. I mean, Zaffi is still alive for TWS. You're going to see the team of Pexflex dealing with Forever here, as Forever does look like they're going to try to get that Assault out. They're going to move to reposition to the other side, which is actually outside of the circle. We're going to see where these guys are going to reposition right now. They do know that team is incoming. SLG, in the meanwhile, is in a fight now with the side of Pepper 2 Pizza. Pepper 2 Pizza will take down the 2 remaining players of SLG, and that is going to be one of their closer competitors now taken out. So very nicely played there from the side of Pepper 2 Pizza, picking up those extra points. Below average damage now is going to be the ones taking over Stormcatcher, and they will be near to that Pepper 2 Pizza squad. So we're going to see where the pings are going to come through, whether or not they're aware of that. Meanwhile, you got Roller Coaster up top here with Narps are going to be going at it. The Seer ultimate has been dropped. Narps just sitting on the outside of it. You're going to see Bag Munch is going to get caught by that Seer Q. But Logie Bear is actually going to fall, though. Fallen is going to pick that one up, as they're going to be forced to throw the Gibby Bubble down. Try to just stay alive as the players are pushing forward. Fallen is going to get knocked, though, so that push a little overzealous as the rest of the team had to come in from the back. And they're going to see whether or not they can get some regen up here before picking this up. And they're going to pick up 1. And they're looking to make it 2 here if they can put in the shots at long range. The problem is that there's a player from behind, not able to finish them. They came real close there, as that's going to be Millie actually dropped as well. So Banana Rama is going to be the last one alive here, as the team's got 2 players here. They're going to be kind of trying to get the respawn. The shield swap will go out, as well as the ultimate from the Horizon. Meanwhile, we are going to see another engagement, as well as team below average damage is going to be going up against the side of Pepper 2 Pizza, who has lost 1, and they're actually considerably low here, but Pepper 2 Pizza is going to be just down to 1 player. Narps, in the meantime, did get eliminated, as Rama did come out on top over Loot Guru. So this fight is going to be going on, and Zaffi just staring at this from the outside like the lone man he is right now. Pepper 2 Pizza is going to try to go for this regen, but that's going to be Zaffi denying it. And this will force Meteor Pigeon to have to back away. As a side of Tito, that was him as well. So Zaffi coming in on the edge, trying to catch this last remaining player, as he's able to finish off 1. Roller Coaster, in the meantime, did get eliminated up top. Don't even know what happened there, but they did end up going down. As this is going to be a 1v1 here between Zaffi and Meteor Pizza. So somehow Zaffi is still in it, picking up 2. Oh, he's picked up 1 kill, trying to make it 2 here, and he's gonna do so. Pepper 2 is gonna go down, so good job. Congrats to Zaffi, who's now the kill leader, still picking up points somehow, while the rest of his team is completely dead. Meanwhile, you're gonna see Pexflex trying to take this engagement here. He's gonna find 1 on towards, I believe that's Duncan Deadlifts, yes. Low average damage is once again gonna be in a considerable amount of trouble, as it's all gonna be on Care Bear here. TWS, meanwhile, did end up getting eliminated. Zaffi, I think, just went down on the gas. Or he ended up taking a considerable amount of damage. I don't know exactly what happened there. As well, Care Bear is going to have to evacuate out. Hexflex is going to be 3 strong over there. Meanwhile, MEI is going at it on the outside here with Wham Originals. They've already lost Miguel. The nades are going to fly from his recon, trying to back away and get behind the generator, which will give him a little bit of life. The Streets is able to drop 1 again. They're going to be able to find 2, as Iker has found another as well. So all be on his recon here, trying to work around the outside. He's going to spot 1, get him to a considerable amount of damage, but is not going to be enough. Mr. East is going to drop him. That will be another kill there. As that's going to be, well, Pexflex is going to finish off 1 there. So that is going to be a number of players going down here officially. Duncan Deadlifts is out, so that is going to be below average damage, losing 2 players fully. Forever is going to get over into this top area, try to just stay alive, get their resets here with as much as they can. As you can see, Final Countdown is going to drop on top of them, actually. They're going to have to break their way in through the door, as they're actually not even going to bother here. They're going to try to fly around the outside. As that's going to be close range engagement here with the Peacekeepers out. Craven's going to find 1, or excuse me, they're going to lose 1 actually. Soft Plushie is also going to lose a lot of HP as well. And Craven is going to eat a lot of bullets from up top, so he's going to drop as well. It's going to be all on Soft Plushies now, who's going to get the elimination on Forever, but in the process of the shield swap is going to get taken down. So Team Players is able to pick that one up. Final Countdown is going to be eliminated. Forever is eliminated. As I'm going to see, right now we have 7 squads left, 17 players. So there's a number of teams remaining right now that are not full squads. Pexflex is going to go in. They were, I think they floated like right over top of Bear here. Meanwhile, PvP is going to be taking some pot shots at another team that is also going in. And then PvP will now follow. They're going to head into that oncoming circle as well. As MEI actually has lost Iker. They did end up losing 1. I think Iker got knocked out of the air. So that is, they should have the opportunity here to pick him up here. Meanwhile, Team Players is going at it with Pexflex. Pexflex trying to get some regen off as the players are coming in, but Players is not going to give him the chance. That's going to be a charge forward. That is going to be a lot of HP loss. That's going to be a knock. Pexflex is going to go down. We are down to 5 squads remaining here on the board, as PvP is going to be on the outside as well, putting in some shots now towards, I believe that was Team Players that is coming back to the building. It's going to be PvP. We got Team X66 who's inside the building here. MEI has been able to pick up Iker for that regen. Bear is all the way on the outside, and then Players is going to be on top of the roof right now. Relatively safe. So we're going to see how these teams end up playing it out. S9 looking to kind of sneak in some last minute points there from the outer edges. But they are going to be pretty set for the time being, as these teams are not really going to be forced to do a whole lot. Except maybe Team Players, but that's not even going to be the case. I mean, meanwhile, you got PvP and you have X66 cohabiting the building. Not sure if either, like, both teams should be aware that they're there. Unless Cash hasn't checked the roof. I don't know if that's the case, if either team has really kind of sorted that out. But that would be a little bit awkward if that was the case. We're going to see how these teams end up doing it. As, okay, no, they're well aware now that their shots coming from their rooftop. And, I mean, they're just agreeing. They're like, all right, we're gonna chill. We're not gonna deal with each other for the time being unless that team decides to drop their way in. PvP probably would prefer to not have to fall down because that will expose them to a third party. As it's, all that's gonna be the ankles are getting shot out onto one player. We're gonna see the missiles are gonna rain in. 2 sets of Valkyrie missiles are gonna fly on in, and only one is gonna catch that player on the roof. That is Team Players. That is taken, basically attracting the attention of both MEI and the squad of Team PvP. But here comes a Gibby ultimate from the roof, and this is going to shred Team PvP. They are going to take so much damage from this, as Canned Beans is going to end up going down. So that was a great play there from the side of X66. They're now going to try and get on towards the roof, but the problem is that they can't. They're taking way too much damage from the other side, as they're going to have to pop the Seer ultimate themselves and get some healing in before, I guess, these teams are able to come through. They are going to get that regen off on the roof, so they're going to pick up that player that was down. So the bombardment had its uses, unfortunately does not end up being capitalized on. So that is going to be a huge ultimate that is going to be down for the time being. So it's going to be double Seer ultimates handed off. Team Players are still in it. They are taking a lot of damage though from the side of MEI, as Bear is still down here below, and no one's really figured out that Bear is down there right now. So MEI still making their way around the outside. They're going to start taking shots as well. That's going to be mysteries, as X66 is going to be underneath. And realistically, the problem with that here, though, is that X66 at some point is going to have to move. I believe that was an Assault that just came out of PvP. So they have relocated to the other building to deal with another team. As this should be Team Players that they are now underneath, and they're trying to work their way inside this building. So PvP will get pushed, as there you go. There's going to be Team Players. Going to find 1, looking to make it 2 or more if they can, but they're going to have to be forced to back away. And then now here we go. I mean, oh, the tether's going to be there. And there's just going to be 1 player left here from the side of, well, S9 actually lost their player. PvP is just all down to Sushi, as Team Players is going to finish off Denisec. So S9 is going to be eliminated, and that means there's only going to be 1 player left. PvP will finally go down. So we are now down to 3 teams. We're going to have MEI as that, well, okay, I thought that missed by accident. But no, that is going to come through. MEI is going to be putting the shots in on towards the 1 player that will be lumped up. This is Team Players that is taking all the damage. Illustrious Iker is going to be forced to fall off the edge. He's going to find 1. But I don't know if they're going to make it more than that. They are going to down a 2nd player, though. So Team Players is going to be just down to Dilemma, sitting on top of the roof right now with 2 teammates dead. And it knows that there's teams below. And it's going to throw it out, the nades. All the nades are coming in. This does a considerable amount of damage to the shield, as he's going to be putting in shots here now towards MEI, just kind of this rogue 3rd player now. That's going to be working on the outside, but no, that's not going to be the case. Going to drop. So X66 here versus MEI for this last one. This is going to be a Turbocharger Havoc 2, dealing a considerable amount of damage. And MEI is just going to absolutely shred them and pick up their first win of the day. Very nicely played from MEI, and that is going to shoot them up the standings by quite a bit as well. I mean, they just absolutely shredded X66 at the end of that game. So we're going to go to a quick break. We got our last match coming up, so we are going to be right back. And
you guys already 19, so
we are back again for our next match. It's map 6. It is the last one. We have a tie game as well at the top of the table. MEI with a huge 6 as looks like Fika, well, one of their players collided coming off a cannon, it looks like, so he's not going to get very far, unfortunately. Roller Coaster is going to land early, get a weapon. They're going to be headed their way over here to up towards the top here, as he's going to run, well, hello, just ran right into 1 player, looks like. Gonna punch him off and try to get the damage in. Those Bananarama is gonna be chasing this guy down and is well, trying to get enough damage, but they will pick up Tortured Cobra, who is gonna end up falling. They will end up picking up an early kill, so that's gonna be falling with that first kill. Looks like the rest of the side of Fika is gonna have to work around the outside for the time being. We're gonna see where these teams are gonna end up going. It does look like PB and M are going to be on the outside here, taking over Fish Farms now that S9 has dropped out of the game. So they are going to be picking that one up. TWS now is actually going to be very elsewhere on the map. There's only two of them. It's going to be G-Man and Hyped working in this bottom corner here of Sino Cave. And they're going to see another regular engagement that we expect. Wham Originals is going to be up here on the north pad with Team X66. There it looks like they're going to agree to split it. And Fika looks like they're trying to come in for some more contention here on towards the side of Roller Coaster. So we're going to see where they end up going. As that's going to be a show here right around the corner. Hello. They're going to be looking to drop one. They're going to find one. I don't think they're going to find a second though. So Fika will drop. They're going to exit in 19th place. And that will be Roller Coaster picking that one up once again. We're going to see Imponent is going to be working their way here towards No Name as they're going to be going through the inside of the armory. We're going to have another PvP is going to be headed towards the armory on the east side of the map, as this will be a circle headed again towards the southwest. As you can see, this will be the side of Sim Squad is going to be down here. TWS is going to be coming in. You can see G-Man on towards the crates. And this will be, I guess, beneficial for some of the teams, especially the ones here on Barometer. This will be below average damage. This is going to have a lot of space to work with, considering that first circle is on its way. The first circle is closing in. So far, only lost one team, which is a pretty good start, to be honest. As you're going to see, TWS is going to be just kind of evacuating out. They don't really want to deal with Cave, or actually, no, they're going to have a good time here with the side of Sim Squad, it looks like. So they're going to have a little bit of fun here. There's only two of them, so it does look like they're just going to dump a bunch of stuff, and that'll probably be that for TWS at the end of the day. We will be on board. N64 is going to have the Octane as well. Dark Navigator managed to get in without his game crashing, so that is going to work out for him. On the other side of the map, we will see Pexflex is going to be on their way in here towards Team PvP, which is coming out of Fish Farm. So we're going to see if this engagement goes off early. We're going to see what they do end up doing here, because this is going to be a team. Actually, they're inside the armory, I believe. So yeah, they just started the armory, so I don't think there's a whole lot that Pexflex can really do about this. So they're going to have to wait and then until they leave. Meanwhile, up top, we're going to have SLG getting into a fight with Impotent, it looks like, as Julian Jitsu is going to be the one charging forwards here. Working their way towards this edge, seeing where these players are. I mean, they're going to be fighting. Yeah, it's going to be Jin Mori now. SLG going to be in this engagement. They're decently equipped, I guess, with all blue shields across the board, which is going to be pretty good for them. Impotent, though, is going to put a considerable amount of damage. That's going to be Strat's Imp. Cracking the shield on towards one. As you can see, they're going to be riding the horizon queue up, and Impotent is actually going to take a considerable amount of damage here. Impotent going to have to drop down. Larry will go down as well, so Julian Jitsu is going to be the last one alive. And unfortunately, there's not going to be a whole lot he can do. Okay, I say that. He's going to absolutely melt one. Going to do a lot of damage to the Seer ultimate as well, so he's going to get dropped down on, though. And it does look like the shots will end up coming through. He's going to get the crack. Going to almost finish him. He's not able to do so. Runs out of bullets, unfortunately. And that is going to be Jin Mori in a 1v1. I mean, sorry. No, Jin Mori did end up going down. That was Fendi, or Fate, who does end up picking that kill up. I mean, that was very close at the end, but SLG is able to survive. They're able to come out, and they're going to take it. X66, meanwhile, not very well equipped in terms of shields. You have white across the board for these guys, as they're going to be fighting on with team players coming in from the outside. It's going to be the double Seer ultimates tossed down, as they're going to throw the Qs. Everything is going to go headed out, and it does look like there's going to be an exit here. out, well, they're doing a considerable amount of damage there as team players. Lumdum putting in all the damage. They're actually going to knock one. They're going to knock one. I believe that was, yeah, they did get the Valkyrie as well. That will drop the rest of the team down. And unfortunately, this is probably going to mean that they are going to get absolutely decimated, unfortunately. So Canbean will go down. Shribs will go down. As it's all going to be on Cash, who is just going to run for the hills and try to stay alive. Meanwhile, Roller Coaster and Narps going at it. As you can see, Bagmunch is going to be, well, he's going to lose 2 players, actually. Unfortunately, there's going to be, the ult is going to, well, the trap is going to go down. It's not going to be able to do a whole lot. Narps is going to drop, and that is going to be Roller Coaster picking up some early kills. Meanwhile, final countdown, trying to deal with SLG. SLG fully equipped out with the purple shields and everything, so they are set to go for this break. They are on their way in, and they're going to do a considerable amount of damage through that gap as the shield. Well, the arc stars are going to fly through. We're going to see if Crayburn is able to do a whole lot. He's going to be able to find 1. He's looking to make it 2. Unfortunately, taking a lot of damage inside of here as he's able to get that reload off. So they do know there's going to be 1. There's going to be a crack as well. And there it is, actually. SLG is going to go down. And that is going to be Crayburn going huge for his team. As he's going to get 1 I think he's going to be able to pick up his entire team as well. So SLG is going to drop out early as they go down in 16th place. So it was a little bit unexpected there, you could say. In the meantime, MEI are going to catch in with some of our leaders right now. Roller Coaster with 6 kills right now. MEI at 0. Peppertown Pizza with 0. So both of these teams still on equal footing for the time being. We're going to see where these end up heading for the future and how this ends up working out right now for these players, as MEI is just going to be posted up top. Humble Abode, actually, though, is going to be in an encounter with team players. They're almost going to drop 1, it looks like. Not able to finish that player off, though. That is going to be team players that they are in an engagement with. I do believe there's another squad. Nope, no, there isn't. Okay. That squad a little farther away, so they don't have to worry about it. It is just going to be these 2 teams going at it in a 3v3. Don't have to worry about any late teams coming through for the time being. But team players looking a little worse for wear for the time being. They are probably going to back away for this while they can. I mean, you do have Peppertown Pizza with a gold R99 as well, fully kitted out with the gold helmet as well. So they definitely got quite a few items to go with it. Players probably does not want to take that fight, because elsewhere on the board we are going to have Pexflex going at it with Team Forever. Forever's going to be throwing up that Seer ultimate on the outside as a PB ultimate is going to rain down from the sky. And I do believe they are going to dodge that, so they will be able to get away from that. As Maddox is going to fall down. We're going to see where these teams are going as well. He's going to be taking some damage there now from the 30-30. He's going to have to try to back away. He's going to take a lot of damage there. Pexflex might want to decide they want to move in on this. But for now, they are going to just step back. They are content to just wait right now. The problem is that you're going to have a third party coming in from the back. That's going to be PB and M on their way in. I don't think either of these teams have well, the Seer ultimate is, excuse me, the Valkyrie ultimate is there for Pexflex. But it's a matter of whether or not they're going to use it, because right behind them is going to be that team. That is going to be PB and M looking at them at range. The shots are going to come through, and they're actually not going to be looking at the team close to them. They finally are, as they're going to be trying to putting in shots on towards these players. That's going to be 1 knock from Bloober. He's going to pick up 1, looking for the second. Pexflex in a kind of a world of pain here, as they're now stuck between 2 teams. As Gnomedai is trying to dodge every bullet he can, is able to get away from a lot of them. Able to get that battery off as well, but is going to lose most of his health again. Forced to pop another battery as the players are coming on towards him. Meanwhile, all the way up to the top, all of a sudden, Peppertown is in between 3 teams here. There's Wham Originals, you got Peppertown, and you got team players. Wham Originals does look like they are exiting, so they are going to be leaving. And we're going to see as Pexflex finally going to go down. Bulldogs will drop. Now it's going to be PB and M turning their attention here on towards Forever. Forever is going to be trying to just kind of get out of there and get towards some cover here, as they're in a really awkward position. They are trying to back away, as you do have the shots coming through, and MEI is also going to be right here as well, and they're going to say hello to Team Forever. Thank you very much for walking right into them. Forever is in a bit of an awkward spot here now, as they're going to be forced to portal out, or at least try to, as Eddie's trying to figure out where exactly this guy just went. And the answer is, I'm not sure. They went actually directly into, yeah, they took the cannon out. And they're going to have to they are going to be taking the cannon back in. And actually, the teams all just kind of left them behind. So they just left. Meanwhile, we're going to have Roller Coaster is going to be in on this fight now. It does look like the side of Pepper 2 Pizza was kind of left behind, but now it's Roller Coaster in this set of engagement. You're going to see Sim Squad is going to be losing some players as well as the engagement's going to come through here. And we're going to see where these players are going to be headed next. Looks like they're pretty happy and pretty content where they are. His team players is going to be coming from the outside, and you're going to see Pepper 2 Pizza is going to be approaching this as well. TWS is going to be dealing with MEI here very shortly. And you're going to have Sim Squad, who's going to be down 1, dealing with Final Countdown, who's going to be fully purple shielded up and ready to go.
We can cruise over here.
MEI is going to be nicely set up here in the tower. The unfortunate part is that's not going to be in our next circle. And now you're going to have Roller Coaster dealing with the side of Pepper 2 Pizza. They're going to lose 1, and that is going to force that player. That player is going to go down. So they're going to try to get this revive around the corner. They might be able to get this one off. Well, actually, they're able to. The player is almost immediately going to go back down and get... No, they're actually going to get it off. And they're going to down 1, so Pepper 2 Pizza is going to lose a player here. That's going to be Meteor Pigeon on the ground. The rest of his teammates are going to try to come up. They're going to be forced back a little bit by the black hole as that team... Well, they are going to finish him off. But Pepper 2 Pizza is going to be taking fire from behind as well. That's going to be a push coming through. That's going to be a down, though. Fallen is going to melee 1 down. Pepper 2 Pizza is going to finish off Millie. That's going to be a 1v1 here at the very end. But no, Pepper 2 Pizza is going to go down. Roller Coaster is going to take them out. And based on the match stats right now, MEI is still alive. And Pepper 2 Pizza got 1 kill. So Roller Coaster, by staying alive to get 1 more kill, will take this win. In theory, unless another team is going to catch up. Because as of right now, I mean, that is going to be Sim Squad eliminated as well. Forever is down 2 players, and I believe that we're at the hands of MEI as well. So MEI currently is going to have enough points to take the lead in this tournament. MEI right now, it's going to be their game to basically lose, depending on how the other teams around them and the teams that were a little bit behind them will end up going.
We can cruise over here.
MEI as of right now, I don't know if they actually were able to finish those ones off. Yeah, okay, they got 1 kill point. So right now they're still tied with the side of the Pepper 2 Pizza, but this does look like a little bit of trouble here. They need MEI to go down if Pepper 2 Pizza has any chance, basically. And you see some players are going to be crossing here. N64 aim assist is going to be putting some shots through. I do believe that was... I'm not exactly sure who it was, but the longbow is going to come through from the side of Forever. Fire is going to put some shots through. Maddox has fully gone down as well, so this is only going to be a 2-man squad. N64 aim assist is here. MEI is also going to be on the outside. So right now, this should be a push, I believe, by N64. There's only 2 players, and I don't know if they're aware of that yet. We are going to see Team XE66 did go down on the other side of the map. So they did end up dropping. You're going to see players is ready and set in that circle. Roller Coaster coming in from the north. You're going to have another set of squads here. But this fight is going to be the ongoing one right now between N64 aim assist as well as Forever. Forever just trying to stay alive and get out of there with their lives here. Rowdy's going to pop the bat right below. And he's going to be looking for just, enemies, anyone that's around them possibly. He's going to have to pop medkit as well. N64 aim assist is still looking for them. Meanwhile, MEI sitting on the outside. PB&M, meanwhile, is all going to be down to Uzumaki, who's kind of walking into some of this without knowing. Or he might end up delivering himself right to MEI as he's going to be taking some shots from behind, trying to stay alive, work his way towards the outer edge of the circle. But right now, we are down to 10 squads, 22 players. There are a few solos still left here. As, there's not really that many teams with full squads up. We have players, we have roller coasters, we have, I believe this is below average damage, and R60, Nintendo 64 aim assist, and MEI are the only full squads left. Everyone else is either down 1 or 2 players on the board. So we are going to see where this ends up going here. We are going to see the side of N64 aim assist is going to be charging in right towards 1. They are going to be taking a lot of shots, though, and that's going to be a player popping out of the bunker as well, going hello. I am also here, and this is considerable trouble here for N64 aim assist. They're going to be Dark Navigator is going to be alive with 2 red weapons actually. He is kitted out like there's no tomorrow. The problem is that both of his teammates have gone down, and that is a bit of a problem now because you got no teammates. He's going to be continuing to try to do considerable damage here on the outside. He's going to get pushed. The Mastiff's going to come out. He's actually going to just absolutely dome Care Bear. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. He came pretty close there, but unfortunately not able to finish that one off. But here comes Miguel as well from Wham Originals, who's going to put in considerable amount of damage here. And just trying to be an absolute nuisance. I mean, was a late player and is actually going to finish off below average damage. PvP also ended up going down. So this is going to be, I mean, Miguel just coming in with 2 kills at the very end. TWS also has been eliminated. We are now down to just a few teams left. Forever is going to pick up these weapons, actually. They're going to be the ones that are going to be able to loot that corpse. MEI is going to be here on the southwest corner. They're going to be dealing with team players on one side, and they're going to have Roller Coaster on the other. MEI, as of right now, looking to lock in their win. I haven't done all the math yet, but I do believe they're going to be very close here. It's between them and team players. Team players have started as 10 kills behind. So unless team players has 5 kills. That is going to shoot them up the standings a little bit here. MEI, though, also has 4. So right now, MEI with a significant lead. I think players will have to take out MEI immediately and then kill almost everybody else in the lobby in order to take this. But MEI has to cooperate for that to happen. And unfortunately for players, that might not be the case, as we're going to see these players continuing to go at it on towards the outside of the map. They're going to see that it should be, I believe, Roller Coaster's putting in some shots and team players also putting in the shots over towards the side of Forever. Forever's going to take a considerable amount of damage here. They do have the red weapons. The problem is that you need to be kind of in, you need to be able to be alive to use them. And unfortunately for them, that may not be the case for much longer, as here comes Roller Coaster with 11 kills on the board already as they are coming towards them. And there's going to be an Arc Star, an accidental miss, I believe, from 1. And there you go. There's going to be the push coming through. That is going to be fired, just kind of melted. Somehow gets out with his life, but they're probably going to follow that up. They will. Forever will be eliminated. Roller Coaster is going to lose Fallen, though, in the meantime. So they are going to try to get, get some health back up. Roller Coaster will be able to pick up, I believe, that player, Miguel, is still alive here. Going all the way around the outside. It's going to be coming up behind these players from team players. Unless he hasn't spotted them yet. That may be the case, actually. He's going to pop up and he's going, oh, hello. Team players is also going to be kind of surprised that he showed up here, as his fight's going to come through. That won't be fair. It's a 3v1. Miguel's going to fall. So we got a 3v3v3 currently on the board here. It's going to be MEI. We're going to have Roller Coaster, and we're going to have team players all still in as well. The circle's pushing. The problem is team players is going to be forced to move here. They are going to spot, I believe, the rotation coming in from Roller Coaster. They do see these players moving forward. Bananarama is going to take a considerable amount of damage on the move through. Is going to have to pop that battery and is in the circle now, but he is cut off from his teammates. So we're going to see Millie is actually going to fall. That is going to be a considerable amount of damage coming out of MEI. They're going to lose 1, though, but they will drop a fair number of these players. And I mean, that is going to be some bats coming out from the side of Roller Coaster. They're going to just fall back, try to get this health regen. The ult is going to be broken as well from the Seer. MEI trying to get a reset in here, and so is Roller Coaster. Roller Coaster is going to lose a lot of HP here. Bananarama down basically to, critical health levels here. As Millie is actually still on the ground, unfortunately, and this push will come in. This is going to be MEI coming in forward. They're going to lose 1, though. Eddie is going to go down, and he was just kind of like their advanced player, as Fallen is barely going to stay alive here. That's going to be a crack, though, on towards the player from team players. That's going to be Sabasi losing most of his HP. This is getting very messy very quickly. Bananarama is the only player left from his team, trying to hold off team players here. As players is coming around the corner. They will not able to pick up his teammate in time, actually. Fallen dies before Bananarama is able to pick him up. So now he's just going to be the one sole player left, unfortunately, and he's going to get pushed. He's going to get stuck on the box and just try to get out. Roller Coaster will go down. It's team players versus MEI And I believe at this point, MEI has locked in the win. I don't think Players is able to catch them with the points that they have, unless... Actually, no, I think that's still not the case. An extra 3. No, it's not. Yeah, this will not happen. So Players is looking to go out on top here, but unfortunately they will not be able to catch MEI. MEI will be your champions of the tournament as we're going to get into this final engagement. MEI is using a lot of HP early, and Illustrious Iker is going to drop very quickly. There's going to be Mysteries. He's going to get most of the health down on one, but he's going to end up falling. Eddie Jr. is going to be the last one alive here from his team. He's going to get one crack. He's going to go down, though, and Team Players is going to win the 6th match. So they will take it all at the very end, but MEI will be the ones to come out on top, I believe, following the end calculations of points that we end up doing here. But we will see where they go with that. I do believe, though, yeah, I mean, MEI did end up getting 4 kills, I believe. It puts them at 75. Team Players is going to win, plus pick up 12 kills. And actually, I might be wrong here. I could very much be wrong, depending on how...